37 hamburgers.
Well, alright, stream's up. Okay, just a second.
Hajime Mashite Kenshi.
Yeah, Hajime Mashite.
Where'd I get those gold blocks?
From that pyramid, probably. So, did you hear that Steve Albini died yesterday?
Who's that?
He was a pretty famous music producer. He worked on a lot of famous albums like Surfer Rosa and Hajime Masenshi, Corinth Land. Thank you for the follow. If you were waiting around, hello there. We were... Oh my goodness, and it's an invalid session and I need to restart my launcher. That is agony. So I'm gonna boot that back up and hopefully be able to get on the server again. I'm doing great, how are you? What's up with you? What's going on? Yeah, it's not pleasant, I will say that much. But hopefully another one should work, because every now and then, and usually I thought it was an issue with booting it up before the server went up and not being able to get detected, but the server was up before I launched it this time, so I guess it's just a complete and utter crapshoot, but that's life. The big thing is we have 11 out of 12 of the special Eyes of Ender that we need to get inside the end portal in this mod pack. So we're trying to get our 12th, which is going to be from a trade, which requires a rabbit's foot. And he's got looting on a dagger. I don't have looting on anything, so he's going around in the desert. Larry, actually, before you go farming, well, at some point I do want you to go back and check that chest, because I still don't think you found the gift I left for you.
What chest?
The chest by the enchantment table. I left you something very, very nice that I think you'll appreciate, and this is not a prank or a joke. So I think I'm actually right by that chest, which means I could show off briefly. Well, I'm not right by it, but I'm relatively close. I could show off what's inside. Are you here in... Yeah, come up here. The chest by the enchantment table.
Yo!
Yeah.
Where the hell did you get those?
By killing the ogre for 2.5 hours. It's 10 seconds per kill because these fists are busted. D&D session?
Shit.
What's up with that D&D
Ogre?
session?
What ogre?
The corrupted ogre, the boss we fought before. Now I can kill it in 10 seconds. Hajime Masenshi Ferris, we're getting our last eye today. And then heading out for...
What was that boss?
The corrupted ogre. The one that sent out that eye with the lost eye. The lost eye boss. Which means I have a bunch of lost eyes, which means we can use those to find the stronghold. Also, I've got a bunch of ogre livers, which are food items. Would you like food? Would you like food? I'm dropping you food. Turn around.
Which one? Wait, which is that again?
It was the green one with the hammer, and it was pretty annoying.
The first one we did.
Yeah, it was the second boss we fought, the very first eye holder boss we fought. And now that I've got these fists, I can kill it in 10 seconds by stagger locking it. Sometimes it would show up with some affixes, and that would take more trouble. But I kid you not, it took 10 to 15 seconds to kill it most of the time because I was able to stagger lock it. Because after it hurts a certain HP breakpoint, it staggers. Thank you very much. We will try our best. We've got good enough armor that I think should be possible if we don't fall to our death. Yeah, exactly. It was... Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that, but I am basically playing a monk right now. That said...
How do I give... Yeah, you literally are.
You have to
give my essences to it?
You have to right-click while holding the essences. You'll consume them, and that'll increase your essence counter in the statue GUI. So just hold right-click. It'll take a while. There's no way to consume more at once. Yeah, on the topic of monks, I think I might have mentioned this to you before, Larry, but the Elden Ring DLC is adding martial arts as a weapon type, which means that you can play a monk now. Yeah, it's very, very interesting because I think I might have mentioned this before, but there are references to Sekiro in some of the base games. Some of the weapon arts are... One of the weapons is kind of a Sekiro weapon reference, this big red and black katana. And there's a weapon art that basically allows you to dodge upwards instead of to the side, which mimics one of the sort of prosthetic upgrades in Sekiro. And there you go. You should be able to get maximum health and maximum stamina now.
Now I have max stamina. That's so nice.
I think, and you should be able to get max health now too. And there you go. You've maxed everything out successfully.
Oh, you had exactly enough.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, this is weird because
Thank
I'm
you.
pretty
God
sure.
damn.
Yeah.
So I have 60 health and max stamina. Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. And for whatever.
Wait a minute. Does max stamina mean it never depletes?
No, it does deplete. It just takes a
Oh, it
long
does.
time. It's
Wow.
not all that different. The big thing is that I might need to honestly kill me real quick because it seems that my health has some issues. It's not displaying. Actually, I'm gonna try taking some damage. Let that hit me. Okay, well.
Here are the...
Okay, it was just a graphical error because my hearts looked red instead of yellow. Yeah, it was just bugged out, so appreciate the suggestion. But the big thing is that if you ended up being involved in that 6-man Elden Ring playthrough that I still want to do one day, you could play a monk if you wanted, depending on how accessible the martial arts will be outside the DLC. Yeah, because it's definitely going to be in the DLC. But the big thing is that since they're adding 8 new weapon categories, I get the impression that at least some of them will be available outside the DLC, otherwise it would be way too oversaturated within it, and they wouldn't really be able to have any new weapons of the original types. I don't know. Especially since some of the ones like throwing weapons already have analogs in the base game. It's interesting. But the big thing is you want to go to the desert and get that rabbit's foot and then go to a stronghold.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Also, I have more ogre livers, so if you'd like any. They only stack to 16, but it's food.
I don't need this one. My inventory's way too full.
Okay. But that's gonna be food for me for now. So, big thing is honestly, if you wanted to, you could go find the last eye. I could find the stronghold and locate the portal room, just as it.
That sounds good.
Okay, just so that we can split up, because I wouldn't be much help getting the last eye because I don't have a rabbit's foot. So are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool. I will go and punch my way through the stronghold. Yeah, exactly. But that said, there was an interview with Miyazaki recently, the director, where he said that essentially the DLC was mid to late game, given that you can access it after Mogan Radahn specifically, and that he encouraged you to take the weapons from the DLC to outside, so I'm not entirely sure. But the big thing for me is that the Crystallian Chakram is very, very plainly... It feels very much like a throwing weapon to me. And if the Crystallian... Okay, the big thing is... Did I give you... Okay, I need to make another warp stone real quick. I'm going to make a waypoint in order to make... I'm going to make a couple of waypoints. One for the portal room, and then maybe one for the end. Yeah, that'll be decent. But the Crystallian Chakram seems to me like a perfect example of a throwing weapon. And I guess it could make sense for it to be in the DLC area. Yeah, I hope they add that. Because it's just so conspicuous that you have the Crystallian Spear, you have the Crystallian Staff, you can't have the Crystallian Chakram as a usable weapon. It feels very, very conspicuous. It feels like there was a reason that was done and not just... Yeah. Though to be fair, I think... Aside from maybe the daggers, I would expect the throwing weapons to have a couple of token melee attacks in the moveset. In particular, it makes me think of Simon's Bowblade from Bloodborne, where the L2 attack in transformed form is still... Okay, I've got a lot of gems I should probably trash. Is a swipe with the arrow. Even though it isn't really useful for anything and is mostly there for flavor, it exists. So I think that at least some of the throwing weapons will have similar options just, if nothing else, for the sake of flavor. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. There's no way to know precisely. Yeah, exactly. Just in case someone gets up in your face. Okay, the big thing is I need to trash a lot of gems because I'm running out of space. I mean, in the end, anything under 100% is going in the trash because otherwise it's a waste to put on a weapon, but let's see. We got that, we got that, got that, and base arrow damage, and I don't even use arrows. Okay, base overheal. Which I think is just, you can get more health when you heal, presumably. I think, in the end, if I'm trashing gems, I should trash as many as possible. There's no reason to wait. But, I think, what I'm wondering is how much the martial arts stuff will take from various games, because when the trailer came out and we saw the martial arts stuff for the first time, people were really excited for the idea of the Bone Fist moveset coming back from Dark Souls 2, which would be really cool. I never actually got to use it myself, but I actually fought against somebody in a very fun PvP match where both of us were fighting kind of martial arts in the sense that I was using Vanquisher's Seal, and they were using Bone Fist. I actually clipped that. I'm proud of that clip. But essentially, I got to see a bit of that moveset when someone else used it against me, and I was sort of, I don't have the dex to use it, or the determination to grind for another one of them from the Kirins and Frozen Outskirts. But, oh yeah, and I think that might have been, if I recall correctly, what people were comparing the martial arts stuff we saw in the first trailer to, that they said it looked a bit like the Senpo kicks from Sekiro, which Sekiro is up next for me after Dark Souls 3, which I'm working through right now, so I haven't gotten a real chance to get too into it, but like I said, it interests me to see where those martial arts movesets come from, because they've got stuff like Vanquishers and Bone Fist from Dark Souls 2, but they've also got a lot of stuff from Sekiro, and I'm wondering where they're going to be taking most of the reference from. Because that said, really, that is about it, unless I suppose they wanted to go more into the sort of shoulder bash moveset from some of the crossbow weapon arts. Which could be funny if one of the martial arts was basically just tackling. I'm sure that they've at least played around with the idea of giving us a moveset similar to the Horo-Lu fight near the end. I think it would be interesting to see if they could find a way to make the power bomb work. It would definitely have to be limited to human-sized enemies. Well, or it probably would be, because there's nothing in the code that forces them to do that other than just verisimilitude, which, to be fair, is highly overrated in games like these, in my opinion. Because people have had Horo-Lu fight a number of other enemies just via hacking. And he's able to throw up anything. Yeah, I think that could be a Horo-Lu moveset, for example, especially if they gave us the power bomb. Because the big thing is, if you're familiar with Final Fantasy VI, one of the most iconic things about Final Fantasy VI, to a lot of people, myself included, is that at one point you fight a literal train, and because they forgot to set a flag that makes it too heavy to lift, the game's monk character, Sabin, can do a suplex on it and just jump up holding it and slam it back down into the ground for massive damage. And they've kept it in further releases because it's just too cool to patch out, even though it was originally an accident. But Horo-Lu, his power bomb attack, his big grab, jump, slam attack, code-wise, there's nothing that stops it from working against anything that's quote-unquote too big, because he's an enemy. He's a boss you only fight one-on-one. They didn't have to account for that, which is why when people use hacks to make him fight other enemies, you can pick up pretty much anything. And the funniest thing is when he picks up the silver balls from the Eternal Cities and slams them down like he's playing basketball, basically. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam and all that. And so I think if they gave us a Horaloo moveset, the coolest thing to do would be making it so that it does actually work on anything. Or at least anything that can maybe be staggered. Because if they did it solely based on weight, it would probably mean you wouldn't even be able to do it on a Crucible Knight, which would honestly be too strict. But the big... Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe they could do it kind of like Smelter Hammer in Dark Souls 2, where at least based on the pure numbers, you would need 105 strength to power stance them, but you can power stance them at 99 just to make sure that you can actually do it at all. If they made it so if you have 99 strength, you can pick up and suplex any enemy in the game. You know, mostly for the gimmick. Yeah. Even if just for the gimmick, even if it wouldn't be great damage, I feel like it would be appreciated. It would make for good clickbait, and after all, that's basically half of advertising these days. But I guess the big thing is I hope they add a weapon like Holy Moonlight Sword from Bloodborne DLC in the specific sense of a decent enough weapon that scales with pretty much every stat, every attacking stat. And I guess Blood Tinge is an understandable exception there because the only weapons that ever scaled with Blood Tinge only ever scaled with Blood Tinge even pre-DLC. But Holy Moonlight Sword was really, really good for me near the end of Bloodborne because it worked well with my goofy equal stats and on-build. Because every single stat I was building, offense-wise except for Blood Tinge, was making that sword stronger. So it ended up being a very, very powerful option for me. And even though it might not have been as strong as on a standard build compared to other weapons, I liked using it. It was strong. And that charged L2 attack was just hilarious in terms of the knockback it dealt. So I hope we get a weapon kind of like that. Something like, I don't know, or they could give us a Godwin's Greatsword, or a Sword Spear to make him more like Nameless King. And, you know, strength scaling, obviously, dex scaling for, obviously, and maybe for the lightning, and then, I don't know, intelligence and faith both, because it'd be a death sorcery kind of weapon. I don't know, just, I hope they give me a weapon that works with my build, because I've been thinking about how to make my build work in Dark Souls 3, given that I have to build luck. Because they added a 9th stat, kind of like Dark Souls 2, as you probably know, except not all of the stats are good. But... And one of the ideas I was thinking about was using Warden Twin Blades and maybe buffing it with something else, just so that I could make use of luck for bleed, but there was also Henri's Straight-Sword, which I actually didn't know was good. Because I thought it wouldn't really be worth using, but I was struggling this past weekend, and I had to look up sort of, how do you make a luck build work? And they said, oh yeah, Henri's Straight-Sword is actually really, really good. And I realized, you know, if I put Karthus Flameark, the Pyromancy Light Your Sword on Fire spell, I could effectively have my damage scale off of every single one of my offensive stats, because that's strength, dexterity, luck, and a tiny bit of faith on the weapon, and then intelligence and faith in decent amounts from the weapon buff. And it would work decently, I would say. It's definitely something to think about. Okay, so maybe I should craft more torches. It's a concept. Also definitely need to sleep a bit more, but we'll craft a bit more stuff and we'll be chilling. Yeah, I got Astoria's yesterday. I didn't have the dex to wield it. Last time when I was in Cathedral of the Deep. Cathedral of the Deep was surprisingly difficult to me. For me, the big thing is that I actually didn't know they could backstab the Deacon so easily. So I had to maneuver around a bunch and was struggling, especially since I didn't really have a weapon with any kind of good AoE. Eventually I ended up using Irithel Straight-Sword, just because of the non-scaling frostbite damage. Oh goodness, and there's a werewolf right here. Let's see how well we can punch this guy down. And... oh, but I totally missed. You're kidding. Okay, and... okay, and the stagger's good, and... oh, wow. That was easy. Why did that werewolf drop kelp? Yeah. One thing I find interesting about Dark Souls 3, and it's something it kind of got from Dark Souls 2, though to be fair, it's mainly just because Dark Souls 2 came first, is item descriptions reflecting the loss of information with history, in the sense of, in Dark Souls 2 you have things like the demon's hammer, totally forgetting that it was made out of what was effectively stony wood, and just thinking it was made of stone instead of petrified wood, and forgetting its origin is, you know, the weapon of the Asylum Demon from Dark Souls 1, because that information was lost to history. Neutral entity, still. But in Dark Souls 3, they went even beyond that and had more things forgotten, because, for example, you can get Vendrick's King Shield in Dark Souls 2, but it totally conflates Vendrick with the evil Nishandra, and thinks that Vendrick was awful because of what Nishandra did. And also stuff like sort of forgetting Lucatiel in the description of the Holoslayer Greatsword, and including just changing its description name from Mirror Greatsword to Holoslayer Greatsword. The amount of effort and thought that From puts into the lore of their world is really, really interesting. There was a tweet I saw by Sekiro Doobie, who's a Souls game data miner, saying that he was looking at an interview that the director, Miyazaki, gave. Yeah, it's... and that was one thing, because I saw a bit of a playthrough of... I think I might have talked about this before, of Archthrones, the new Dark Souls 3 mod that makes it a bit more like Demon Souls and adds a lot more areas, which is really cool. I saw that they added Hyde's Tower of Flame as an area that came back, which as an inveterate Dark Souls 2 fan, I very much appreciated. But the big thing is they brought back the character of Flynn, the thief, and they had Vadi voice him, and it was an interesting idea, but one thing that didn't quite sit right with me is that they made him name drop a bunch of other characters and talk about himself as a big hero, and that might have been, I have a feeling it might have been sort of a red herring that he's doing that to pass himself off. But given the fact that a lot of mods, despite their effort and skill in creation, tend to kind of miss a lot of the point in theming, it wouldn't surprise me if they were just trying to say, oh look, there's this hero and he's being all self-aggrandizing, never mind the fact that it kind of doesn't make much sense. Because the entire point is that in every description you see of Flynn the Thief, he says, even Flynn knew that his heroism was basically kind of a joke. So making him unironically kind of a big shot, if that's how they're actually going about it, because we've only seen the beta. It's very possible that he's not who he says he is, especially since the character's role as sort of a lore keeper seems to be a bit off from the few things we know about Flynn, the lore character. But we'll see what happens when it all comes out. And that's probably when I'll play it, when the paint's dry, so to speak, and they put out the final version of the mod pack. Okay, well, I'm going to craft a couple of teleport waystones and see what happens. But big thing that comes to mind for me for the mod pack, I mean for the DLC, is honestly, let's make another waystone. Just seeing how all the new weapons show up. Yeah, I was, for better or worse, spoiled on Patch's appearance in the DLC, but I'm still very excited. I actually, and this will reflect very badly on me, I didn't manage to find him in the Cathedral of the Deep, because I totally just missed things, and I went up on the rafters, and I actually spent a lot of time getting the Cathedral Knights on the rafters to fall off the rafters by just lunging themselves forward on attack. But I didn't find the place to drop down to get to Rosari's chamber. Because I knew a lot about I knew a decent amount about the bosses and about obsidian slabs, but the color's a bit off because they're not associated with the texture pack. But I didn't know that much about geography, which is why I wasn't able to find them. I just found one random man grub dropping down. I was kind of confused at what was going on, but the big thing is we've got a lot of livers to eat. So I think we gotta make sure it's daytime, but I think I'm gonna set off to find the the Stronghold. So we have 11 eyes in there right now. I'm just gonna leave those in there for now, just in case something get lost. But actually, given that we need one lost eye to actually use, fair enough, take your time. So what's your D&D character? If you don't mind any of the time, could you tell me a bit more about the campaign? What version is it too? Because I, in my infinite unwisdom, only ever played 5e. So I got into it about a decade ago, back when 5e was relatively new, playing in high school. And 3.5 always seemed interesting to me, but I just never found... I don't know, what's the party like? What's the main sort of conceit, the kind of theme, the setting? Because I, for better or worse, was always not really... I only ever ran unorthodox D&D. I usually stuck to kinda urban fantasy settings, which I liked a lot, but aren't for everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna go to... I tried in my last year of high school, and it died due to scheduling issues. I ran sort of a secret history, sort of magical Cold War kind of campaign, sort of based on the few things I knew about Metal Gear at the time without playing it. I do really want to play Metal Gear eventually, but it's just a matter of finding the right time, the right place, and finding a good way to play them, because they're releasing a collection on PC on Steam.
Depending on what you like, the first Metal Gear games are kind of ass.
I like a lot of the clunkiness of old games. I played a few of the earlier Mega Man games back during coronavirus as a way to kill time, and I liked them in spite of the jank. That said, I was able to use a lot of
very different
suspend points. Well, I like to think of myself as flexible. There aren't a lot of game genres that I just dislike on their face. Fantasy medieval. Oh, interesting. Medieval Greece. So sort of high period continental Western, or sort of medieval Greek, because that's interesting. I wonder what the sort of rationale in terms of the world is. Let me use this lost eye. Oh, and it sent out 3. That was kind of laggy. Okay. Huh. Interesting. One of the ideas I had was sort of a sort of Age of Myth, real world setting, kinda. And of course, like a lot of things I did, it would have been at least slightly Fate-inspired, which, yeah, don't kill me. But, effectively...
Rabbit's foot is what we need?
Yeah, we need a rabbit's foot. Did you get it?
Literally the first rabbit I found. Boom, rabbit's
Oh, nice. If you could get another rabbit's foot, I'd be able to make the spell, actually. So, if that isn't too bad.
The spell for what?
The spell for fortune. Make that glyph.
Did I already make it?
Yeah, you already made it. You found one rabbit's foot in a treasure chest, and we never found a second one. Also, the trade for the last eye was by Arrakis, right?
No, it was in, hold on.
It was somewhere where I couldn't really get to, right? Because the big thing is that I think...
It was in Greenville, I'm pretty sure.
Greenville, okay, so it's not
castle.
a place I really have any access to.
No, I can give you the chords, though.
Well, it doesn't matter, because I don't have a rabbit's foot to trade. I'm just going to go keep looking for the Stronghold, so that we can just head to it. I think that if you wanted to go and get another rabbit's foot, I could probably find the stronghold, and then you could get the eye and we could raid it together. It's an idea, at least. Because I would prefer to raid it together. I was just going to do it myself in order to save time in case getting the foot took a while. But locating it...
Raid the...
Huh?
Raid what together?
The stronghold.
Oh, like just clear out all the silverfish and shit?
Well, there are chests there, too. The strongholds in this mod pack are massive. Persian invasion, Marathon, and Thermopylae. Oh, interesting. Because
How about this? Once you find the stronghold, if I haven't found another rabbit, I'll just go back and get the other eye.
Okay, okay. Cool. So that'll be kind of our time limit. Works for me.
Yeah.
But I remember back in... Forget what the book was named, but it was by Xenophon. Back in college, I read some stuff about some of the Persians, about... It was one of those sort of early dialogues, and there's a very, very long tradition, it seems, of, you know, people praising other cultures sort of overly in order to criticize their own from a rhetorical standpoint. So Xenophon, who was a sort of really, really good soldier in Greece, he... And what's interesting is that I actually didn't know until I read some Xenophon in a class I was taking, that he actually was the other source of descriptions of Socrates. That all the descriptions of Socrates we have, half of them are so, well, not really half, most of them are from Plato, but they're a small number from this guy Xenophon. But this guy Xenophon, with a number of other Greeks, he went out to work with a sort of pretender to the throne of Persia, and their would-be king died really on. They had to fight their way out. I think it was the Anabasis, as it was called, sort of ironically called the Ascension of Cyrus. You know, ironically, because he died really early on, the army of mercenaries he mustered up had to fight their way out of Persia. But that was part of his claim to fame. He talked about a lot of interesting things in that book. We only read a little bit, but it talked about a number of things. The one thing I remember is just how people, according to Xenophon, and frankly I agree, a lot of people often have sort of conflict-favoring personalities. So they're very good at waging war, but very bad at existing in times of peace, so to speak. It's an interesting thought. Either way, where is this going to drop down? Can we catch this? Yeah, we can. Okay, I think... Given that strongholds are almost always underwater... Okay, I don't think any of us are really in a position to sleep in a bed right now, but that's life.
I'm trying to find one.
Yeah, that leads to a lot of, you know, aggression, struggle. It's sort of, how do you give people like that a kind of outlet? There are a lot of people who make the case,
there we go,
ironically or unironically, that
get out of the way.
That American football is sort of America's manifestation and sort of...
Oh, of like a replacement for war?
Yeah, it's sort of warrior culture.
That's very true.
Instead of going to war, we have the Super Bowl. Frankly,
honestly, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I agree, you know. There's only so contrarian I can be. I can't make a case that the Super Bowl is worse than Ohio and Illinois going to war. Okay. And it is interesting because long before football, so I wouldn't say it was really about football, there were a lot of conflicts between states even before the Civil War. A lot of border disputes, for example. So probably needed a bit of that. And oh, there's a baby husk fighting a beast patient. Let's go for a combo. That was easy. Did we get... Okay, we got a reflective defenses book. Interesting. Okay, well, we can punch this beast patient down. It's just kind of crazy how much DPS we have on these fists. And these beast patients were really hard originally, and pretty much every enemy in this mod pack is about double damage.
You're nowhere near a bed.
I mean, I could place one down if you like.
Please do that.
I can do that real quick. I was on a boat until recently, but I am no longer on a boat. 3 including yourself, and what class is everyone playing? I actually saw a number of years ago someone had made a fighter subclass whose entire concept was kind of being a warrior from one of the sort of old mythic sagas, sort of an Iliad or Odyssey kind of D&D character. And if I recall correctly, its sort of capstone ability might have been, I think it was mimicking the big spear toss at the end of, that took place during the Iliad, the sort of, I think the Athena-empowered spear tosser. Something like that. It's been a while since I checked out that subclass, and about as long since I last read the Iliad or the Odyssey, but... Okay, let's take this, and Spider's not attacking me right now, which is good, and who all is going around? Find where the Stronghold is. Come on, come on. Let's keep on going, and another beast patient. Isn't that great? Okay. And the knockback on that is not actually something I like. Zombie villager. That's okay. Those are just cacti. And that zombie villager died on their own. Kind of sad, actually. Any more ender pearls or rattlesnake rattle? And that is. Right, I think I could use those to make maracas of all things. That. Oh wait, is it? Is it actually underground or? Oh, I think they're starting to go into the ground. Yeah, we have found her. Found our location. That's nice. I'm gonna dig, put down a waypoint. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I want to go back for a number of reasons, including Drow Assassin, Rogue, Gloomstalker Ranger, Tiefling Wildfire Druid, Human Tempest Cleric. Tempest Cleric is cool. I remember reading a while ago that they were...
Tempest Clerics rule.
Yeah, you just like lightning. Well, you don't just like lightning, but you do like lightning.
No, it's the fact that they get max damage on lightning spells.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say that I'd heard
so
that
like
they were really,
if
really
you can
strong.
if you can line up a thunderbolt, it's busted.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though, is that you have to have good positioning and movement, good use of terrain, which isn't a bad thing. But
yeah, so if you're smart,
yeah,
you can really maximize that.
Well, a big thing about it is that it also makes... It's reliant on your DM giving you situations where you can really make use of it. Because if your DM wants to screw you, or even just doesn't really think about terrain placement and doesn't do stuff like choke points or difficult terrain, it can be harder to guide them. Multi-class and a cavalier.
Yeah,
oh, to
that
force
goes for
movement.
literally everything.
Right, right. That's fair. But I think it's...
If you have a bad DM, then
the game's going to be bad.
And it's going to suck.
Yeah. I feel like the only way to do it would be getting people who also streamed occasionally or stuff, so that they would, you know, have an interest in doing it reliably. But even though it didn't work out, I think the idea of sort of a PvP D&D campaign with sort of a time system in multiple groups would be really cool if done right. Because it was really just a scheduling issue. And it was a lot of fun when it worked out well, and you were in that really good PvP encounter that I ran. You were there. You understood how cool it could be when things actually worked out. It's just...
Which are you talking about?
The Fate campaign.
Yeah, we just never got much into it because it's a scheduling nightmare.
Yeah, it was a scheduling nightmare.
D&D is hard enough with a DM and 4 people, much less 14.
Yeah, which means... What is this little piece of... Oh, it's just slime. Okay. Let's punch this guy down. And, oh, where did I get that sugar cane? Whatever. The big thing is, it's just... I think I might have said this to you specifically. I probably did. I know I've said it on stream before. But the one thing I really liked, I think the high point of it to me as a DM is when you and the other guy on your team turned tail and ran because you realized that since it was PvP, I wasn't going to bail anyone out. Because that would be playing favorites. So if you got in...
NP thing, I mean, it was a fun idea, but that does not work PvP because everyone just saves it for...
Wait, what did you say? The what thing?
The Noble Phantasms.
Well, what do you mean saves it for what?
Like, because everyone just saves it for canceling out each other's. It's just an easy out.
Well, that mainly happened... It can happen, but that's part of why there were multiple categories. Because some of them cancel better than others. The stronger ones cancel others more easily and can go through. But in exchange, they have a lot more recharge time, so you can't use them as reliably or with as much impunity. Because the entire point is that some characters had ones which were anti-unit. You could only really use them against one character, but in exchange you could use them once a day without having to worry about any kind of recharge time.
Well, it's like, from what I remember, the first like real PvP we did, Jack used Gilgamesh's Noble Phantasm, which was busted. It was just like some invulnerable pyramid.
No, that was Ozymandias. It's just that I only told you what you saw, which is something that is kind of a DM tactic to keep mystery.
No, that's a good thing.
Yeah. And it meant that you thought Gilgamesh just had a bunch of noble phantasms, which wasn't true.
Not a bunch of them, but yeah, like
the pyramid was not one. Nothing to really give.
From what I know, it wasn't that guy. That's not the important thing. It was the fact that it was just some invulnerable pyramid that they could shoot from, and we couldn't do anything.
Well, the idea was going to be, and if things had gone on, what I would have had you do.
It was just extremely overpowered, so we were like, yeah, screw this, we're not going to even try.
Well, the idea was going to be I was going to give you access to, and you were about to head over to some people who could help you, who had abilities that could negate or just destroy that pyramid. So it was going to be... Believe me, I never had an intention of just letting people run roughshod. They were NPCs and they were to help out groups, keep the balance of power. It wasn't something I didn't put thought into. But... No,
I know, but I mean, at that point, we hadn't come across it.
Yeah. I'm just saying that there was a plan, and the fact that it never really took its intended shape is still kind of a knock against it, but there was an intended shape. But... Yeah, the big thing about NPCs is that...
All I was saying is that to pull out that NP when... It's not even your, Oh, wait, so you found the Stronghold?
Yep.
Alright, so just wait a second. I haven't found a single...
Oh, guess who's here? It's Claudius Bloodglare. And guess who just died? Claudius Bloodglare.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
That motherfucker has shown up at every wrong occasion.
Yeah.
He's the one, didn't he, like...
invaded us. He was the one who invaded us during the Goblinkin fight.
Oh, yeah.
And I just killed Brog the Bulwark, too. But, like I was saying, some players really like role-playing, some players don't. And part of being a good DM is understanding what your party is going to enjoy.
It depends on the role play.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if at a certain point you just don't want to do anything in character, then don't play D&D.
Yeah, but what I mean is that some players enjoy NPC interaction for its own sake, but a lot don't. And a lot of it is, of course, about having a DM, being a DM, who can make NPC dialogue interesting and worthwhile, which is oftentimes kind of easier said than done. Okay, well we got treasure key and elven crossbow with a ranger, 2 apples, potato. Well, I dug our way down into the stronghold.
I now have a real blessing.
Oh, nice!
The last evil eye.
So I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go back home so that I can clear some stuff out. Actually, what I should do is I'm gonna mark the location on our atlas, get a few more supplies, and actually pick up the eyes, and then we'll have them to put in once we get there. I'm gonna mark the stronghold real quick. It's just... What kind of marker should I give it? I'm gonna give it the castle one.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's been found. It's by Arrakis, actually.
Oh, is
So-
it actually?
Yeah, that's where we can go when we want to get there. But I'm gonna go back to the rise. Can you put it in the chest real quick, just so we can see them all together? If you don't mind.
I mean, I just used my...
No, I mean the eye.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. The big thing is, we should put our eyes in a backpack or something to minimize the time we carry it normally, to make sure that we don't accidentally end up using them and maybe having them break.
Or just don't keep it in our hotbar. You have to use
Well,
it
yeah.
in our hotbar.
You know what I mean. But, okay, how much salmon did I cut it all into
Alrighty.
fillets already? Let me see real quick.
There they are.
I've got leaves. I've got
You said you have to put 4 different eyes in the portal, right?
12 different eyes, yeah. Then let me...
I also don't know why I have another dagger and another
Onion.
slate on me.
Okay, I gotta make more. How many onions do I have? Oh, Edison the Superior has awoken nearby. I need to get some berries from outside. What if we slept in the same Minecraft bed? Haha, just kidding, unless. Okay, well, I need to get a few berries real quick to make more salmons. I mean, grilled salmon. And you're
When we
over-
go to the... Do we plan on just going into the portal and beating the Ender Dragon immediately?
Yeah.
Time to get frickin' 3 stacks of bottles.
Yep. So... Well, I just found a bottle on the ground. Okay, so I should trash a few of these things.
How do you make bottles again?
It's... I believe it's glass in a bucket shape. You might need wood, but I don't precisely remember.
No, you shouldn't be. Alright, I have 1 stack.
Okay. I have... Let me see. I've got a little under a stack, so I'll make a few more. Let me use berries back again.
Alright, well, if we need glass in a bucket shape, I'm gonna just smelt a whole thing of sand.
Using... Oh goodness, and is that an isologer or what? Okay. Decent amount of... Oh, and it's skilled snowy creeper molten. That didn't work. So is that an isologer back there, or am I? It's definitely an isologer back there. Just... capacity. Where are you? Come on. Come on. Let's just take you down. 2 punches and dead. These fists are honestly just way too good. And they're not even as strong as they could be.
You don't have max sharpness on them?
Nope, because Sharpness 9 requires that tome I mentioned earlier. And also, there's a higher level of fix I could get. I could get legendary affixes instead of the epic I have right now, and...
Did you have like a socketing thing?
Yeah. No, actually what happens is if you use sigils... If you use sigils of socketing, though... No, if you add affixes, it'll add 1 gem socket, usually. And I think if you do legendary, they can add up to 2. So you only need the superior one in order to add a 4th slot. I'm pretty sure. Let's make our salmon. There we go. And put remaining ingredients back in here. Okay, cool. I did not need to put that liver back. But a few things I want to divest myself of before we head out. Also, I should make bottles. Bottles, probably. Let me see. How many? I know I've got a lot of sand in the inventory, so just mob drops. Just gotta clear out as much as possible before we actually go in Stronghold, because there should be a lot of treasure in there. Let's take a bit more of that sand and
I'm pretty sure glass to bottles is 1 to 1.
okay, cool. Well, in that case, I'll just make a whole darn bunch. No real reason not to.
I guess I'm gonna just smelt this. I don't know what I'm gonna use this other sand for, so.
Yeah. Same. Come on. 4 at once. 51 glass. Let's make 64 glass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, there we go. Let's just craft that into bottles. And go over there and get as many bottles as possible. So what are your thoughts on the Drake-Kendrick beef?
Kendrick is annihilating.
Huh?
And Drake stands are in denial
Yeah.
that Kendrick is killing him. Which is what everybody expected would happen. Drake is a poser. Alright, yeah, sure he has some hits. But he's not really a rapper anymore.
He was literally on Degrassi.
He started out as a rapper, sure, but all of his biggest songs are not it's not really rap. It's just pop, like Tootsie Slide and God's Plan. It's like sing-songy, and it's not bad music. It's just it's not really like very intricately thought about rap. Kendrick has a Pulitzer Prize for his writing abilities.
Well, the big thing is that
he's on a different level.
Is that the trashing is largely, at least in part, a personal thing where Kendrick is calling Drake a creep and has receipts for that.
No, that's the thing. Drake is kind of. Well, this only came out, so basically, do you know the whole history behind the whole thing?
Not really. You can explain it if you want.
So, Drake and J. Cole, another famous rapper. Drake and J. Cole came out with a song called First Person Shooter. And in that song, J. Cole says something like, yeah, J. Cole says something along the lines of, everybody's always asking who's the best rapper. Is it Drake? Is it K-Dot, which is Kendrick's nickname? Is it Drake or is it Kendrick? Or is it K-Dot? Is it me? And he goes like, that's the debate. Well, I forget the exact line, but he mentions the big three, which is something that a lot of rap fans refer to, is that there's sort of like 3 rappers right now that are huge, that are like really good.
Yeah, Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto.
Yeah. Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole.
Yeah.
Well, Kendrick responded, and he was like, he responded in another artist's song, and his contention was,
why is Drake there?
No, his contention was, what are you talking about, Big 3? It's just Big Me.
Oh.
I'm the guy. Which, he has a point. Alright? Like, as far as rapping goes, J. Cole is cool. But as far as, like, true rapping goes, and like, lyrical mastery, it's Kendrick by a mile. And of course, he knows that, and I guess he took it as an insult. And so Drake and J. Cole both came out with diss tracks against Kendrick. It was funny because J. Cole came out with one where he was basically like, "Nah, you haven't made a good album in a while. Like, your writing's whack. What are you talking about? You only release an album every like 5 years." And then after he was called Might Delete Later, but it was kind of a weak track because everyone knows all of Kendrick's albums are pretty much critically acclaimed. And he's a very big quality over quantity kind of guy, which is absolutely not the case for Drake. So
Drake
J. Cole
got bored, might crap out an album later today.
You know, he literally said "Might Delete Later." That was the title of the track, and then came out before Kendrick could even say anything to him. Came out like a week later. I think it was a concert or something. Came out a week later and was like, "I apologize," and he literally did delete that.
Can you drain these experience stinks real quick for me?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
So. Hold on.
Yeah, take your time.
I need to take all experience into this. So J. Cole apologized. He deleted the diss track and he was like, "You know what, kid, I don't want the smoke. You're a dog. I don't want any beef, and you know, and I'm just out here living. I don't want to."
Oh my goodness!
You know, I don't want to start anything.
Watermark was on here for almost an hour.
Funny. So J. Cole came out and did that. Hold
on. I like how you have that poppy right by your bed.
So yeah, J. Cole came out and was like, "I don't want the smoke," which was, everybody's been joking now, was such a smart move, because I think he knew that Kendrick would destroy him. But Drake, of course, has an ego, which, I mean, you don't get to that level without having a high opinion of yourself. Like, Drake has millions of streams. Hundreds of millions of streams, I'm sorry. Actually, I think it's in the billions, in terms of, over the course of all of his songs, he probably has tens of billions of streams.
Yeah, to quote Elden Ring, push someone in a privy, expect to get dung on your hands.
Ooh, I'm full now.
Oh, wow. There you go. You want to enchant some more stuff, or?
No, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just steal one of your tanks.
Okay, cool. Can I have some of them back?
Yeah, you can have all but one.
Okay.
Jesus. Yeah, because I have that stack upgrade.
Oh, you don't have your helmet enchanted. You should do that.
Well, I need to do that whole thing. And I don't want the prior word penalty. So.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I have that book. I guess I could just enchant that.
I mean, I'll just go back to Arrakis. We know where our place is.
These are your tanks.
Thank you.
They fell down they're on my bottom floor.
Booty.
Alright, I actually might just go ahead and add this to my helmet.
May as well. Okay.
So, J. Cole apologized and has completely avoided beef. Kendrick has not said anything about him since.
Smart.
Drake came out with a diss track and basically just called Kendrick short. And then he came out with another diss track, where he was like attacking everybody. It wasn't just Kendrick; he was attacking a bunch of different people. Kendrick responded with a song called Euphoria, which is the name of the show that
Drake
I think Drake was a producer of.
Which explains a lot of things, frankly, on both sides.
It really does. So he came out with a diss track called Euphoria, and it is a masterfully written, like, the amount of callbacks and metaphors and intricate double and triple entendres he has in that thing is insane. Pointing out a lot of the stuff that Drake has been faced with in the public, like, especially like the pedophilia stuff, and he was like, hey, don't even go there. And then Kendrick dropped another diss track saying, which was pretty much just a warning, called 616 in LA. I forget the reference to that. But basically warning Drake, like, hey, back off before I, like, really come hard for you. Like, go, that was terribly worded. Really go after you. Drake ignored that, of course. This is rat beef. Drake ignored that. Where did my... Oh, there it is. Drake ignored that. And he said... basically... He said something called Family Matters, which he insinuated that Kendrick was a wife beater, which he has not really any proof for.
It's just a baseless allegation.
Pretty much. As far as I know, I don't know if there was really any proof for that.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time Drake has lied in his life.
Yeah. So he came out with a diss track called Family Matters. Kendrick responds with a song called Meet the Grams.
So, yeah, that's what it was in response to.
Meet the Grams is a diss track, of course.
Well, that's the one where he literally says that Drake should kill himself.
No. That's a...
Hajime Mashtenshi Liam Ardop.
I think he does
We
it
are
twice.
playing Minecraft while discussing the Kendrick-Drake beef. Or more accurately while I'm being educated about the Kendrick-Drake beef.
So...
Oh, well, Fun and Games, was that the name of one of the songs, or?
No, I don't think
Chad just said, beef is insane, started with Fun and Games. Okay. Well, I'm listening and learning. Okay. But the big thing is that, yeah, we've found our way to the Stronghold. He is doing a bit of brief enchanting, we're about to take it on, and then... Oh, I forgot to... Actually, I should be able to go back in time, because I forgot to pick up all the eyes from the eye chest. So I guess you could do that. You could be our eye carrier. I wouldn't hate that. You got a lot of them yourself, so you can have that privilege. If you so please.
Of course.
But...
alright, I just put, mana regen, brought 5, mana regen 5, mana boost 5 on my helmet.
Yeah, there are knuckle dusters. There are brass knuckles, and
By the way,
they have the highest DPS in the mod pack in the game. What were you about to say?
Vanilla, I forgot, does not have Prot 5. It only has Prot 4.
Yeah.
Prot 5 is a mod for this. So in Vanilla, 64% damage reduction is the only.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is why projectile, fire, and blast protection have their advantages and uses, because they allow you to approach that 80% a lot more easily. But the big thing...
not really. I mean, because it's still... Because you can't combine them.
Well, for an individual damage type, it's... You get 8% per level of normal protection.
Does 80%, whereas, like, blast protection, it gives you more
Blast Protection
just
5...
just like Smite and Bane of Arthropods.
Yeah, Blast Protection 5 would be 80% for blasts alone.
64% for blasts alone. But
no, it'd be 5. If it was Blast Protection 5, that would be 80%.
That doesn't exist in vanilla.
Okay, well, I don't play vanilla.
Yeah, I can actually drop this rating contract.
Yeah, but the big thing is, and I think I was talking about this, Larry, that just the Knuckle Dusters are so good because since sharpness is a flat damage increase, just attacking faster gets you the most out of it in Java, and the absolute fastest attacking speed comes from the fists. So as long as you have access to decent enchanting, these things get crazy. They're not great for
that's why I
real
used the
game.
dagger. Yeah. What's your attack speed with the fists?
My attack speed with fists is 3.93.
I have 2.34. What's your attack damage?
My attack damage is... It's either 8 or 10.25, depending on how I read this fire damage. It's about 10 for each.
Just what does the green thing say?
It says 8. It says 8.
What's your attack speed again?
3.93. So that's about 32 DPS multiplying that. And mind you, the weapon art, which charges up...
What is it? 3.93?
Yeah, the weapon art, which charges up really fast, deals that damage even faster. So it's really, really crazy. Total of 8 times within...
Dagger's only like 23.4 total DPS.
Yeah. But you have that weapon art.
It has that special attack.
Once they get to half, they're finished.
It's just an insta-kill,
Yeah. But with my Relentless Combo, which only takes 20 points to charge, which means it charges up really, really fast, that does 64 damage in basically a second. And mind you, there's basically no stamina consumption on this thing. I can punch as long as I want to keep on punching. But I really do like the synergy we have, where I can get stuff down to half quicker.
And then I can just use my
Then you can just end them instantly. It's fun.
Alright, so he releases this diss track called Meet the Grahams.
Yeah.
And Drake's real name is Aubrey Graham.
So it's his family.
He doesn't attack his family. He kind of attacks his dad. But all he says to his dad is like, "You raised an insufferable piece of shit son."
Yeah. I just remember seeing
you're
the bit
a failure as a parent
about Adonis, basically saying, "I'm just sorry for you."
Yeah, because that's his kid.
Yeah.
Which is wild in a diss track to... Which he released that diss track like 15 minutes after Drake dropped Family Matters, I'm pretty sure.
So in other words, they had stuff ready.
He had stuff ready, and it was just funny because he released Family Matters. He just so happened to name the diss track that, and then he comes out with one called Meet the Grahams, which is Drake's family.
Yeah. It makes you wonder how many tracks they might have waiting just for specific situations that might come up.
There were theories that Kendrick has like a whole album that he could release.
Well, there are theories that
which is wild.
That Kendrick has a mole in Drake's household, or Drake's inner circle.
Yeah, so he insinuates pretty sure in Meet the Grahams that Drake surrounds himself with people. Like, everybody who's around Drake only cares about boosting their own career because Drake's successful. Because Drake himself does that, and he's a fake. He's so fake.
A clout chaser.
He doesn't really care about music. He's clout chaser, that kind of thing. Well, I mean, right now he has all the clout in the world. And that's because that's how he got there. But he's basically calling Drake fake, and all the people in his circle think that too. That's why they
debilitating sting.
That's why they hardly hang out with him. And that's why they're willing to rat on him. So Kendrick has like, here's all this stuff I know because you have a rat.
Because nobody's loyal to you because everyone actually hates you.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone actually hates you. So here's what I'm gonna do. then in Family Matters, he addresses one of the things that that his rats told him, which is that Drake has another daughter that he's been a deadbeat to, that he's sort of kept hidden away.
I remember seeing someone joking about the possibility that Drake didn't know about this daughter and that it was news to him too. He was like, wait,
Yeah.
I have a daughter? Kendrick, yeah, you're telling me this for the first time.
Well, so to give you a little bit of context, Drake had some beef with another rapper called Pusha T, and in that beef,
Was that the
revealed
story of Adidon one?
That Drake was hiding away Adonis, his son.
Yeah, that was story of Adidon, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I just remember that a lot of people said that he kind of broke apart his own case by using a bunch of weird low blows against people who weren't really at fault. Because I remember he insulted Drake's producer for being epileptic, which is honestly really weird.
Who?
Pusha T in Story
yeah,
of Adidon.
No, that beef was not. That beef was not like
Not as serious.
one-sided at all.
Oh,
No, it was
or
pretty
what?
serious, but like.
Okay, it wasn't one-sided.
Yeah.
Where's your Tower the Questionable?
So So he released Meet the Aubreys, which is just like some people were arguing like this might be too far, because he was a vile diss track. Then he comes out with another diss track. He drops again very soon afterwards. Like he didn't even give Drake the time to respond to that one yet. And he drops another diss track called Not Like Us, which is a lot about how Drake pretends to be black and he's a facade, and he strolls around Compton even though he's not from there. He's from Canada. And I don't know if Drake had a privileged life growing up, but it definitely wasn't nearly as bad as Kendrick's, who is actually from Compton, that's his hometown. And yeah, Kendrick insinuates that that one is sort of like the cherry on top, because Not Like Us, like all the other diss tracks beforehand, like they've been sort of much more serious and like about the poetry and the actual lyrics and the accusations against him. But he comes out with Not Like Us, and it's like a bop. It's like it's got a kind of like good. I don't know if I forget if it has a hook, but it's like very fun. And so there are a lot of people that are like saying the lyrics of that song just because they're funny, and they're fun. Like there's one where it's like Certified Lover Boy. Certified Lover Boy is a
yeah. I remember reading that people were
Certified
singing
Lover
along
Boy
with
is
that
an
at
album
sporting
of his.
events.
Certified Lover Boy is an album of Drake's.
Well,
And
that's
goes
the one that's
Certified
covered in
Lover Boy.
emojis of pregnant women.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is
Certified
a wild
Lover Boy,
choice.
Certified Pedophile. That's one of the
Yeah.
things. He also says, trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor.
Okay. I've heard
And
about
so,
that.
and it's all of these accusations are very, like, Drake has had a bad history with minors, though, like, this has been a known thing. There's video evidence.
Well, it's ever since
of
Millie
him-
Bobby Brown, right?
Millie Bobby Brown is a big one, but that's not like there's never confirmed anything that he did. Like it was never confirmed that he actually did anything with Millie Bobby Brown. It was just that he was texting her when she was 14, and it was just really weird. You don't text a 14-year-old girl like you're trying to be best friends with her if you're a 35-year-old man. It's just that, like it was weird. So nobody knows if it ever got sexual. Like I doubt it did, but it's still odd to do that. But there is video evidence of him having a 17-year-old on stage, at one of his concerts. And yeah, after he learns she's 17, he kisses her and calls her thick and like makes comments about her body on stage. It's just like it's disgusting.
Okay, the big thing
Drake has been known to do this, but Drake comes out with a diss track, which is hardly even a diss track. He comes out with one called The Heart Part 6, after Kendrick drops like this other song. The Heart Part 6, so Kendrick has series of songs.
Okay, are you coming to the Stronghold?
Yes, Sam.
Okay.
He has a series of songs
I'll tell you the chords. They're
that are each part. I'm just going to the waypoint.
Well,
The marker
okay.
on the map.
Well, the marker is won't tell you everything. The big thing is it's negative 3846, negative 3885.
Hold on. No, I'm going there. Don't worry about it.
Take your time, buddy. Did you get the eyes?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, I'll set up. I have 2 teleport points. I'll set up one in the treasure.
I'm close enough here. I'm just gonna go there, and then I'll go back to the eyes. It's fine.
No, I
No,
mean,
my
get over here. Once we get to the portal room, I'll put down a waypoint, and then we can teleport back and just take them. We have enough experience that we can handle the teleports without any real problem.
Dude, I just have infinite flight now with that mana regen.
Nice. That's exciting, but keep going. What were you gonna say?
So Drake comes out with a diss track called The Heart Part 6. Now, Kendrick has a series of songs that he has made. Before he releases an album, he releases a song before that album, and it's titled The Heart Part whatever number the album is going to be.
So he was on 5.
The Heart Part 1. Yeah, so he came out because he had his 5th album, his 5th like true album was Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Received plenty of awards, as it should have. Comes out with Mr. Morale, and there's a song before then called The Heart Part 5, which is unironically, like, that's my favorite song from Kendrick.
Okay.
So Drake released his song, and he called it The Heart Part 6, which honestly, that's pretty tough to release that The Heart Part 6, because now Kendrick can't release a song called The Heart Part 6 without everybody remembering that there's a Drake diss tied to it. So it's a great setup. But the problem is that The Heart Part 6 as a diss
Isn't good.
was so bad. Like, it wasn't like so bad. It started off pretty strong, but Drake played defense on that entire album. Or on that entire song.
I remember seeing that he brought up.
To deny all the allegations.
He brought up Millie Bobby Brown specifically when she hadn't even been name dropped by Kendrick.
Kendrick never mentioned Millie Bobby Brown, but he brought her up, so he just kind of told on himself there.
Yeah.
But the one thing that people are like, oh wow, Drake kind of killed Kendrick. He pulled one over on him. Is that Drake said that he planted the mole to tell Kendrick false information to use in the diss. Which, if he actually did that,
it's so stupid.
It's kind of crazy. Now, oh come on, what is?
Are you getting a lag spike too?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy. Like that would be pretty crazy. It doesn't mean that Drake completely wins, because all of the accusations, there are plenty more accusations that Kendrick has against him.
And they're plausible.
That are still very plausible. But I just went past it. Oops. So he has a lot of them that are very. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and go back. My warp stone only has 12 seconds on it.
Okay.
And grab the eyes. So it wouldn't be an immediate defeat, but it's still pretty wild. I've just found Komodo dragons here. So Drake pretty much just denies all the allegations and says he planted a fake mole. The problem is, if you're gonna say that you planted it, because that was a Twitter theory going on for a while from Drake stans, that, oh, if you planted a mole, that'd be so crazy. And so then he just said that. But he hasn't come out with any receipts. If you are saying that you planted a mole and want to, be credible for it, come out with receipts immediately.
Well,
and
the big
drop
thing
those, like
that I saw
text
people say.
messages,
Okay.
text messages, a lot of stuff, like immediately reveal that and get one over on Kendrick. Otherwise, you're just saying it as like some half-assed defense that you can't. Then it's just a he said she said thing.
Well, the big thing is that what I saw people saying is that it doesn't make sense as anything other than an after-the-fact excuse. Because why would you
because he
have
didn't come
someone
out with
go
receipts.
around insulting you?
Exactly. Especially bringing up, like.
The Millie Bobby Brown stuff.
It doesn't even. Well, yeah, he tells on himself there. There's also one, and this was pretty bad. There was also. Oh, I did not mean to go to one page. There was also one where there's a line in there. Kendrick has a song called "Mother I Sober," where it's all about how his mom was like sexually abused, and
saying you only dislike abusers because you were abused yourself, which is totally
no. That's not the. I don't know where you heard that. No, it's about how he was telling his mom.
No, I mean that's what Drake said about Kendrick.
Oh yeah, Drake said that about Kendrick. So first off, terrible thing to say. That's a shot in your own foot. You're making fun of a
guy for getting assaulted.
Of a guy for getting assaulted. Oh, like, oh yeah, the only reason you care about this so much is because, oh, it's a self-projection. Like, bro, that's not a diss. That's just a traumatizing part of Kendrick's life.
And frankly, that's a decent
reason
reason to care about protecting people from creeps, is if you were abused yourself.
Of course, he's like told on himself again. And also, that song, he fundamentally did not understand that song. Because in that song, Kendrick says that he wasn't abused. It was all the fact that his mom was abused and thought she saw the signs that Kendrick was being abused and projected that onto him. So even though he wasn't touched, it was him lamenting about how his mother has gone through those traumatic experiences that she's like sort of putting it on him, and there's a struggle with that.
Yeah.
So it's like a very, it's a very like interesting, complex song.
That Drake was simply too stupid to understand.
Yeah, he was just an idiot. He just fundamentally did not understand it.
Go easy on him. He's Canadian.
Yeah, so he comes out with that, and of course Drake fans are like, "Oh no, Drake still won the beef." I'm like, Drake did not do anything. His most recent releases of a song is just him telling on himself for 6 minutes and playing defense the whole time and not like accusing Kendrick of anything. Because rap beef, that's the way it is. Like you spit fire at each other. Kendrick spit
water,
like slaughter, like blazing, burning alive fire at Drake. And all Drake has to say is no.
Yeah.
Like he didn't come
Drake had water.
Kendrick anymore. So Kendrick is destroying him. I don't know if it's over yet, but they haven't released anything in like a week. Neither of them have. So there are rumors that Kendrick's gonna come out with a diss on Drake. That's like a complete album, which would be insane. Wow. Like that's reaching like
that's next level hating.
That it is. So and like people are like, you only get this way. You only say these things if you like legitimately, very much like actually have a vile hatred for Drake. Like it's not a joke. And it's not just beef.
Okay, could you sleep or
like very much personal? No, I didn't bring a bed. My bad.
Okay. Well, I just wondered if you were
still.
Stronghold,
though.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm fighting Bob.
God damn it, dude! The freaking mutant skeletons are so annoying. I'm flying because their bolts are so instant. They have like insane accuracy.
They're hitting you in midair.
Yeah. All right, I'm on the place. Where the
check chords.
What are the chords again?
It was 3.8, basically 3.800 for both, essentially. I was over just beating.
3,800?
Yeah, it's.
So you didn't put it at the exact spot then?
I tried to, but I didn't. 3842, 3884.
Oh god.
What?
Here I go.
Wait, am I?
She says it's basically negative 3,800 for both.
Yeah, a little bit over. Well, a little bit under is in a larger negative. I hear you. I hear you.
I see it.
Thank
I
you.
think.
It's a hole in the ground.
Oh wait, no, this is... There's a hole in the ground with water in it.
Yeah, it's not
Is that not it?
That's not it.
Alright.
Oh my goodness. Don't like these bomb-throwing zombies.
So yeah, as an avid fan of Kendrick, to see Drake and
Really?
and as a not really I'm not really even a Drake hater. I'm just he's just one of the most overrated artists because he comes out with an album like every 10 months, and he's one of those artists like Chili Peppers that release so much music that half of it is garbage.
A biddy.
Alright, I'm trying to find this hole in the ground. And of course there's an undead army.
Yeah, just look for me, basically.
Are you on the surface then?
Yeah, I am. I just...
I see you.
So annoying.
This hole in the ground?
Yeah, that hole in the ground. Gotta just... So much garbage in my inventory.
Honestly, if it wasn't raining, I could use my freaking...
What? Fire?
My, yeah. That inferno. Baby skeleton! Alright, let's go.
Alright, we might want to board up the entrance.
Did you dig this all out, or did you find this one?
I dug it all out.
Nice.
Okay, I need to arrange my inventory a little bit. Give me a second.
Same.
Oh my goodness. A bunch of crap has accumulated in my inventory since I was waiting for you. And okay.
So yeah, the beef is like...
Rivers are in there.
Everyone's pretty much the general opinion is that Kendrick is annihilating him. Should I just delete this silverfish spawner?
Yeah. No reason to leave it. Okay.
Oh,
how many of these?
Yeah, the general
Rivers
consensus
do I
is
have
that
to eat?
is that Kendrick destroyed him. Now Drake's music career is far from over, just because he's Drake and he's got so much. He's got so many hits that it's like he couldn't possibly
get struck down from this alone.
Yeah, like he's too big to fall at this point. There are still
He's an American bank in 2008.
Yeah. There's so much
riding on him.
Well, he's just got first off, he's a corporate shill. Now, the theory is if people are genuinely, which they should be, if people are genuinely like serious and those, it starts to get a lot more attention that Drake is a pedo, or at the very least just really weird with minors. That's not necessarily an image that a company wants to keep, and Drake is known as like one of the most corporate friendly. He's like a Will Smith type. He's like one of the most corporate friendly rappers out there.
I just remember seeing people like XQC and Aiden Ross defending Drake because they were sponsored by the same gambling company.
Yes.
Because they went for Kick, which Drake is also heavily associated with.
Yeah, and Kick is notoriously like...
It's a gambling site.
It was supposed to be a... like an alternative to Twitch, because Twitch has plenty of its own problems.
Well, the
But
big thing,
it's
the big
but
way
it's
in which it was an alternative, it was permitting gambling.
yeah. So a lot
Okay,
of
where are
people
you? Are you
like,
by the
just over
entrance?
there, and that's all they
I don't
advertise.
see you.
No, I'm just collecting a bunch of crap from barrels and
Okay. Well, I guess I'll do the
other
same.
stuff. Um,
I actually went around and looked in some of these beforehand, and I was not able to find the eye room. I mean, the
oh
portal
really? I
room.
found it like immediately.
Oh, you found the portal room already?
Yeah, it's right near the hole. I just took a right.
Okay, well, you want to go in?
Yeah, hold on. Let me finish collecting this stuff.
Well, what I mean is, we could go loot the fortress, or we could just go in and fight the Ender Dragon now. Also, I'm just gonna rest real quick. There are beds in here, so we may as well use it for a spawn point, maybe? I don't know.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna put down a teleport waypoint in the
Put it
portal
down
room.
there. Do you have 4?
I have 2.
Or do you have 2?
I
So
have
you're gonna
2.
put one down in the end as well, right?
Of course.
Alright, good.
Clearly. And then when we kill the dragon, I'll probably move it to the center of the island.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so I see you. I see you now. Let me just...
Yeah. So Kendrick destroyed him.
and
As,
where is it?
and
Where
again,
is it?
It's not anywhere over here. It's the other. This is cool. I'm just looking at this. This is awesome.
Yeah, yeah, I like it,
I
dude.
really like the one of my favorite parts about this mod pack is how they redesigned the
Dungeons?
the vanilla structures.
I have night vision on right now.
Oh, good idea. Is that just a
Oh, this is the portal room. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Let me put this teleport waypoint down then.
Are your eyes just or the night vision? Is that a spell?
Yeah. If you do Conjure Mage Light on yourself.
Oh. I didn't know that. Are you sure it just doesn't make a light source on yourself, or does it just give you night vision?
It just gives you night vision.
That rules. I am now going to change that.
Well, there you go.
Not a projectile that's going to be on myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick so that I don't
I'm
have to
actually
pee
probably gonna do the
mid
same.
Ender Dragon fight, so...
Do you do amplify or extend time?
I just do maximum extend time. There's no way to amplify it. Maximum extend time gives you it for a little over a minute and a half.
Oh, that's
I'll
nice.
be right back. I'll be right back. BRP.
Alright, well, I will too.
book. Okay. Me too. Oh, he will return eventually. In the meantime, I think I might go get those barrels. I think there was... Which more is there? Got that already. This one's do a little bit more looting before he comes back. So... Barrels over here, a bit of paper and redstone dust, iron ingot, stone sword, stone dust. I should just extract. Stone dust, sharpness book. Then more extraction of the climb. Miley Cyrus, I presume? Maybe. Then we could. That's a bad gem. Keep that just to trash it later. What do we want to... So touch tunic of iron. More bread. And... bread, more potatoes. Pickaxe. And then we could... apples and sticks. And... bread and apples. And I guess the question is there a barrel in the center over there, or what? Then, what might be underneath? That's what I wonder. Not a great gem. Apple, coal. Then, red and redstone. Apple, red. Redstone, bread. And a couple of chests. Bread. Potatoes, apple. Oh. And iron shovel. And a pearl from somewhere. Iron and bread. Yeah, I'm just gonna check real quick, see if there's anything underneath that. Let me see. Oh, well, I did not intend for that to happen. Question is just... what's in the middle of that stack over there? We... I can't see precisely what's underneath there, but it does seem like there's a barrel in there, so... Oh, and you are... hello there. Just punch you out. And it's in the rest of the spot. So if I wanted to use super jump or something to get up top, we could... oh, goodness. Inside, but if we wanted to access those barrels, we'd have to dig that out a little. Okay. Yeah, there are barrels on the inside of the stack, which makes sense. It's nothing all that special, though, so... stone bricks, random wooden pickaxe, torches, apples, bone, cobblestone, then... and mediocre gem and a bunch of potatoes. Okay. Hey, you know, it just... may as well, I guess. So we'll keep poking around the Stronghold, because there should be something in the library, I believe. There should be an enchantment tome, I think. But who knows, really? Cave vines and... ah, glowberries. Interesting. Oh, you know, whatever. Not really my problem. Not vision and... This will do a little bit more poking around. Until he decides to show his face again. Over there, that over there. Let's just see how far we can go and how many more chests we can find. A little bit more looting. I just gotta find my way back to the portal room once everything happens. Is this... I think we just looked around, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. So in that case, and it's an iron door, which means we bust it down. Was this the original entrance, or I think this was the intended starting point. It doesn't really matter. Iron door. I wonder what I could actually use it for. Push came to shove. Also just which eyes we each sort of could attribute. I had the cold eye. What was the corrupted eye? That was fire giant. Lost eye. That was mine. That was his. Mine. What eye was... Guardian eye was mine too, I believe, but... Yeah. Other eye, we didn't even get that. Which I think he got most of them. I have the undead eye, but... Holder bosses, I think. Let's check those real quick. Let's see. Corrupted Ogre, he killed the Knight, he killed the Ninetales. I killed the Skeleton Lord and the Sentinel Knight. He killed the Giant. I think... That was it. I think, yeah, the magical eye would have been from the Skeleton Lord, just saying. Brie eye. Let's see. Rake. Bone raker, and that takes a mossy tooth, bones, and iron ingots. That would actually be really good in conjunction with this stuff. Well, I'd have to fight skeleton fish, and I don't know where to find it, so to speak. Oh, we'll be alright. Eventually. And here is... Gotta find another chest. So that'll go down a level. This will... It's a shield. I'm not all that interested in going back to fight that undead army. And it should declare victory on its own terms relatively soon, so whatever. And there's the staircase down on that side. And what's in here? A lot of weapons, some shields. That would be more gem dust. Just need to leave a number of these things behind. Inventory's starting to get full. With that, I don't really need much more gem dust. Really can't afford to just let a lot of them kind of just fall. But where is Larry? Where is he? Down there is... This looks somewhat different. But there's this blocking our sun. I wonder if I could get there some other way, or if that's just the limit. Ingots, torches, bread. Then I guess I'll take... Gems will have to go once my inventory really starts filling up. Got another okayish gem. Stone dust, orange, iron ingot. That could be okay. Cobweb, iron ingot, potato, more potatoes. And don't need that. Take these and sticks. Come on. Then more of these over here. Red sticks, torches. Then lots of coal, and then bread. What's underneath? Okay. Sticks, potatoes. I could eat a number of potatoes if I wanted to. It's just I don't need any of those. It's the only thing we really need are rarity materials, and I think once we get to the end, once I can go to end cities, be able to salvage at a much higher level. I don't need any of these anymore. And that back, take the coal, the iron. It's already there, so let's just...
Alright, back.
Welcome back. I was just doing a bit of looting. So each of us actually individually kind of got 6 eyes. And I know which one was which, so we can each put in 6.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and split it down the middle. Unless you want to put...
So I have the evil eye, which are the other ones? I think I got the cold eye, right?
No, I got the cold eye. I was the one who killed that frost maw.
Oh, you got an eye from that?
Yeah. That was
the big thing with the giant health bar at the top?
Yeah, that was the first eye we got, period.
Yeah, that was crazy, because that was when I was trying to get my cows.
I also got the undead eye. So just toss them on me.
What was the... Yeah, let's reminisce. So what, here's the cold eye.
I got the cold eye. You got the corrupted eye from the fire giant by just stabbing it. I got the...
What was the fire... Oh, what was the fire giant again?
Corrupted eye. It was... The fire giant was the fire giant. The big guy.
Yeah, I forget where that was.
It was in the big rocky sort of cup. Last I was from the ogre. I killed that one.
Oh, the fire giant meaning the fire giant meaning the last boss.
Yeah.
Alright.
And so you killed him. I got the lost eye from killing the corrupted ogre, and then I got it a bunch more times too. You picked up the nether eye from a fortress. I got the old eye from the pyramid.
What fortress? I forget.
I mean the nether fortress. You got one from the nether fortress, the nether eye. That was yours. You got the evil eye. I got the guardian eye from killing the sentinel knight after the initial mishap. I believe you have the magical eye, which would have been from the skeleton ward that I killed.
Hold on, slow down.
Okay.
You have the guardian eye. I forget which fire temple or which nether fortress we raided that I got the eye from.
I think it was the original one, because the bastion... We didn't get anything from a bastion remnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget where because that's kind of crazy that I just found an eye there.
Okay. And then you have the witch eye. I got the undead.
Which ones do you have right now?
I have the guardian eye and the cold eye. I also have the undead. I also got the undead eye, the magical eye.
Hold on. I want to reminisce real quick. Come on. Let's draw it and be fun. I'm not trying to rush this.
I mean, I'm trying.
You got the undead eye. What was the undead eye?
The undead eye was the undead soul from that skeleton horse I ran into when I was killing fish.
Oh, you just randomly found that one?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
You got the witch eye from that random witch eyeball drop.
Yeah, I just killed a witch and randomly got it, I guess.
Yep.
I think.
And...
The evoker, what's the magical eye?
Magical eyes from the skeleton ward. That was the one that I killed on my own after the island became too much for you. No hate.
Where was that?
It was on a floating island. It was one of the earlier ones.
Was it the one near Arrakis?
I don't believe so. I don't precisely remember where it was.
There was one where there were like obsidian pillars. That's the one where near Arrakis, and it was on a sky island.
Then it would have been.
Yeah, no, I remember that. It wasn't too much for me. I was just bouncing around and doing it slowly, whereas you just kind of ran up and died a bunch of times, and then ended up killing it with melee.
It's the bum rush strategy.
Magical Eye is yours then.
Thank you.
Exotic Eye, what was that from?
The exotic eye was from the Ninetales, which you killed. I couldn't do anything to it.
Yeah, how did I kill it again?
Just melee.
Melee?
Might have been a bow.
Oh yeah, because it was targeting you for some reason primarily, and so I just was on its ass.
Yeah, Lost Eye was mine, I believe.
And where was that from again?
Corrupted Ogre, which I killed 5 billion times last time in order to get the essences. All for you.
That was like the second eye we got, because you just found one, and that's when we double teamed it.
And what are the other ones we have?
We have two more, the Rogue Eye and the Old Eye.
The Old Eye was one I got that from the Desert Pyramid.
Oh yeah, the one that we raided not too long ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And then what was the Rogue Eye from?
The Rogue Eye would have been from Knight Ribera.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I was kind of under level with that one too.
Yeah.
But I remember that where there was like that small like uneven arena, and it was like there was a big tree in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was boxed in. It wasn't like it wasn't the Sentinel.
So, I think we should put these in the order we got them to the best of our knowledge.
Yeah, I like that. Where do you want to start? Right here?
I'm gonna start. Let's start from 1 o'clock, so to speak.
All right.
So there we go, and then I'll put in the Lost Eye, which was the second one we got. And I believe that
the Lost Eye is the giant one, right?
The Lost Eye was the Corrupted Ogre, so after that would have
Ogre.
been... Let me look for a second, let me check those quests. After the Lost...
I forget when we got the Nether Eye.
Yeah, you just got that randomly. Knight Ribera, that was the Rogue Eye, that was after that. Put in the Rogue Eye.
And then I think I want to put the Nether Eye here then too.
No, the Exotic Eye, we got the Exotic Eye. It was a while until we got into the Nether. We couldn't go into the Nether after the Ninetales.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay.
So Ninetales was this.
Okay, let me check the quest real quick again.
And I'm pretty sure I had the last two, right? Because the Witch Eye was second to last, I'm pretty sure.
The Witch Eye was... I think the Old Eye was between... Either way, you have the last, because that was the Old Eye.
Yeah.
And then the Skeleton Lord, Sentinel Knight.
Evil Eye.
Yeah, let me put in Skeleton Lord and Sentinel Knight. Boker has no power.
Skeleton Lord was... What was Skeleton Lord? That was the one at the top of that
Sentinel
thing.
Knight.
I'm pretty sure the Sentinel Knight was before the Skeleton Lord.
No, it wasn't. If you check quests, Skeleton Lord is before Sentinel Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then after that, I
Alright.
think you could put in Nether Eye. I've only got a couple left. Which ones do you have left?
Alright. Well, if we're working backwards, Witch Eye was second to last, Evil Eye was last. We just got that today.
I think Old Eye was second to last.
And I think the one before the Witch Eye is the Fire Giant, which is Corrupted Eye.
Yeah, so what others do you have right
That's
now?
those top three. Besides those, I just have the Nether Eye. And I think
So
we should
Nether
put
Eye
that
would
here.
could go there. That would make sense. So
Or it would have happened somewhere in between here.
Mhm.
This is, I mean, it's not exact, but it's fine.
yeah. So I think the order would have been Corrupted Eye, then Undead Eye, then Witch Eye, then Old Eye, then Evil Eye. So put in Corrupted Eye.
No, I'm pretty sure I got the Witch after the Old Eye. Or after the Corrupted Eye.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Put in Corrupted Eye.
Wait. What are the two you have again?
I have Undead Eye and Old Eye, so put in Corrupted Eye.
Where was Undead Eye from?
From the Skeleton Horse, which was randomly when I was farming
Oh,
those fish.
Skeleton Horse. So go ahead and put that one in.
No, it was after Corrupted. Corrupted was from the Fire Giant.
I thought Corrupted was third to last.
It was the last boss. It was the third to last one you got, not the third to last one.
When we got the Corrupted Eye,
that was our 8th.
So we only had 8 eyes when we beat that Fire Giant, I guess.
Yeah, because that's when we had to start searching.
Or after we beat that Fire Giant.
Undead Eye, then it would be the Witch Eye.
Undead Eye is just a random skeleton.
Yep.
No, what's the second? What's the third one? What's your other one?
My other one is the old eye, which we got after the witch eye.
What was the old eye again?
The
Oh,
desert
that-
pyramid.
just that ogre.
Desert pyramid.
No, I'm almost positive Witch Eye was before the Desert Pyramid.
Yes, which is why I'm saying put in the witch eye.
Or no, it was after. It was after.
No,
'Cause I'm
it
pretty
was-
sure we had 2 left, and we wanted to know how to find it.
I'm
And
going to check.
We were like, oh, a witch is one of them.
I'm gonna check the write-ups I did, because I'm dead certain that I'm gonna check the write-ups I did, and that will tell me.
Oh, for your streams?
Yeah. And
Oh,
the
a guy! A goblin! I need to trade with him real quick.
okay. Evil eye.
Hello, sir!
10 buck.
He has rotten flesh. Trades.
Hmm.
No more. Alright.
The old eye actually was before the witch eye, so
That's what I thought.
I just. Can you come back here?
Alright, yeah. hold on. I'm trading with this guy real quick.
It's interesting that this is end portal frame and ancient portal frame.
Oh, wow.
What?
8 emeralds for a sponge is kind of a... Oh, well, no, we've already traded one.
We don't need any more emeralds, really.
Turtle egg. Do we have blocks and chirp?
Have what?
Blocks and chirp? We don't have enough emeralds for it anyways, but...
Yeah, I don't have blocks and chirp. We don't have them. If you want them,
Alright.
you can take them.
Well, we'll just remember that this dude's here.
Okay.
Okay, I can choose this.
Where are you?
I'm just below here, but I don't want to destroy anything, so...
Okay.
Alright, so then you put the old eye in.
Not yet, I'm doing that now. Because you weren't
Alright.
here and I didn't want to do it without you.
Where'd you go?
Right here.
Oh, there you go.
Let me put it in. Okay. So then the witch eye and the
Then
final
it was the
one,
witch
evil
eye. And then
Last
we
one.
just got
Last
the
one.
evil eye.
Can I toss it to me for a second because I haven't gotten the achievement for it?
Oh, yeah, yeah, here. Here, go ahead and pick it up.
Okay.
Last thing I want to do is accidentally drop it in the lava.
Yeah, exactly. So take it back. Take it back. Put it in. And
Did you get the achievement for the
Yeah.
witch eye?
I think I did. Doesn't really matter. Let's do this thing.
Alrighty.
There we
Bada
go.
boom.
3,
There it
2,
is.
1, jump. And wait, what? It didn't let me through. Well, it did, but that was weird.
I guess only one person can enter it.
It
at
lagged
a time.
out. Okay, so let's put.
Oh, great.
Let me put my waypoint down here
You want to put it... Oh, yeah, just for now.
because it also means that the Ender Dragon won't be able to break it if it gets. It's not going to get closer.
True. Oh my god, and this is going to be so busted with the...
It didn't let me name it. Let me do that again.
Oh, this is going to be so busted with flight.
Yeah. Okay, let me. Okay, things are lagging something awful. I'm gonna relog.
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I wasn't. There we go, the end. Let's just do this stupid thing. Okay. One of the pillars actually has
Now,
a
these things
crystal on the
explode,
inside.
right?
Yes, they do. Which shouldn't be a
I
huge
kinda
issue
wanna
for us, but
I want to see... That does... It did
very
like
little damage.
10... Well, it does 10 hearts of damage, which is a lot if you're playing in vanilla.
It did 3 hearts of damage to me.
Oh, maybe I was too close.
I think it might be difference between what we have. Okay, let me just see if
Damn.
we can.
Oh, yeah, I don't have full prot. I only have prot 3.
I need.
You have 2 more levels of prot than me.
Okay. Let me make an explosion spell real briefly. Yeah, this will be useful.
Oh, yeah, real quick. That's a good idea. Just use the
Oh, you
explosion
actually
spell.
have. You can't do that.
What the hell
You
is
can't
that?
do that? Is what? Okay. Well, by the way, the Ender Dragon fights on the ground now. That's the big thing. Also, one of the pillars, and we'll see it most easily once we destroy all the immediately visible ones, has a crystal on the inside it. So we'll have to be cognizant of that.
What crystal?
An ender crystal on the inside. So we'll have to excavate one of them a little. It's no big work. Yeah, I'm just...
Meaning, like...
a crystal buried in the middle of the pillar, so you have to dig inside a bit of the pillar to get it. And what was that? Okay.
The explosion? Me?
No. Oh, you're actually aiming. Well, the explosions can't destroy the crystals.
Yeah, they don't. That's why I've been aiming with an arrow afterwards.
Okay, well. I'm going around clockwise.
Alright, that's the one right there. The short one right there is the...
Okay, so it's consistent. Interesting. I'll go do that then. I'll mine it out.
Blow up this one.
At least these dragon larvae aren't too hard to deal with. I need to... yeah, get that up.
Didn't even mean to hit this guy. Come on.
Come on. Let me... do I wanna... This is gonna be annoying. Have to mine this out and figure out where it is specifically.
How'd I get hit with,
Huh?
How'd I get hit with levitation?
There might be a shulker here. Not entirely
I guess
sure.
there is. What is this thing down here? What's this pool?
I think it's some kind of acid. Oh, and how did...
Yeah, it
what?
definitely is. Just killed that thing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Well,
You ready?
for what?
Did you destroy that other one?
I did not.
That other...
There are multiple mutant endermen trying to get me.
Oh, oops.
And what? What? Okay. You are... Get away from me. What are you doing? Come on, just... Let's dispel that and put night vision back on it. Oh, wow. Okay. Come on, just dodge it. What the...
Can I grab that dragon's breath?
I think you should be able to.
No, not yet. That's only when he dies.
No. It's not only when the dragon dies. You can always bottle dragon's breath. It's not just when the dragon dies.
Should we farm that first?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Okay, I'm gonna try to prevent the regeneration. I need to dig into that pillar. I'll
Yeah, go and do that
I'll
first.
focus on that. Okay. Oh, god damn it. There's another shulker somewhere, it seems. Don't know where. The big thing is that you can actually use a shulker shell to make a resistance potion, a straight up resistance potion, which is just as crazy as it sounds.
Just resistance,
Yep.
not like a levitation.
Yep, just resistance. Okay. I'm trying to dig up this pillar. I will focus on that. You can just bottle dragon's breath.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do that.
And of course
I
the
don't know where
dragon
it is
decided
now,
to
actually.
interrupt me trying to... It's
hell is
actually
this?
guarding its pillar. It's
There's this
crazy.
random pixel on my screen that's like... It's not a hardware issue, it's a software thing. Because I can see a shadow behind it.
Yeah, oh, please. It's just... I can't... Stupid dragon! I need to, among other things, get my bottles to bottle breath. I don't have my bottles on me right now. God damn it. Okay. It's just... And they weren't in there. That was the wrong one. How many...
Oh yeah,
stacks
here,
do
I see a
have?
shoulder.
Okay. Yeah, but a shulker shell makes a resistance potion, which means you can make infinite durability resistance charms. So if you kill that thing, and it drops a shell... Oh, why is it that strong? Is this guy so powerful?
Shooting it when I'm in levitation.
That's
Yeah, that
funny.
thing is...
Just use it to spell on yourself.
No, it's fine. I can look kind of like the floating because I'm able to aim.
Well, fortune. As without fortune,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't imagine you're going to get what you want.
Shit.
Okay, let's just keep on. That stopped working. Oh, please, just... I gotta fill up all my dragon's breath. Could you go try to... Well, whichever one of us can actually...
Oh,
break
I've
that
only
pillar.
filled up 2 dragon's breath.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to get as much as possible.
Why is this so hard to...
I don't know. The big thing is that dodge through the projectiles instead of away from them. Okay. What is that sound?
Finally. No, not finally. Are those endermites?
No, they're dragon larvae, which are their own entirely different thing. Oh, come on. Okay. It can't really hurt us, it's just... It can knock me away, and that makes it not really possible.
Damn, that took so long.
Did you kill it? Did it drop anything?
Windswept shulker shell of the volcano.
Okay, so in that
Can
case...
you wear shulker shells, I guess,
I
as
think you
armor?
might be able to, but we should save it for trying to make
I'm gonna
resistance
wait.
potions.
Should we wait until it,
So what?
Should we just try and fill up these dragon's breath
Yes,
first?
we should. I would imagine, because otherwise we'd have to summon it again and try to kill it again, and that would be very, very annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna dig my way through this pillar to get to that ender crystal. Did you destroy all the ones on the pillars, or
Yes.
Okay.
The only one that needs destroying is...
the one here? Okay. I'll deal with that. I can do at least that much.
Whoa, what am I in?
What happened? Mutant Enderman?
I'm in like a void.
That's probably Mutant Enderman doing something.
Oh, I have darkness.
Yeah.
Or
Just gotta dispel that off
wait
yourself.
for that. Yeah, I got that.
Mhm.
What's that thing right there? Is that a shulker?
If it
It
is,
is.
you know, get us another shell. Get us another shell.
All right, come here, coward.
Oh goodness. Okay. Let me. There's some might. Some kind of might. I wonder if it's an ender mite. Right. So it should be, and is that... How wide is this pillar? That's the question.
Oh, all right. So the ones on top are the ones without. I guess that was like heavily armored or something.
Well, oh, okay. Heavily armored shoulder.
That one shulker, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep digging.
Yeah, because
inside
it
that.
looked different. That other shulker, it didn't even have a top on it.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm getting more dragon's breath. What's we got in the middle?
I do you have 3 bottles?
What?
Do you have 3 or 3 stacks of bottles?
Almost. Not entirely.
I have 3 full stacks.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
Either way, I don't imagine that we'll be running out anytime soon. Once
Is
we
this
get...
thing attacking me? Yeah, I
think
guess it is.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just keep digging. I think I'm in the right spot.
Jesus Christ, that thing does damage.
What, the dragon?
No, these mutant endermen.
Yeah. I think we can hopefully at least avoid aggroing them. I'm digging for that last crystal now.
Dude, I just hate the bleeding, man.
Yeah. And it's just not worth crafting and maintaining bandages for it. Way too much of a hassle.
Correct.
So I think this is the right pillar, right? The short one. Should be. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright. Just...
Oh, I forgot projectiles don't work on these fuckers.
Yeah, I saw your sister, and she said that we need to make more music stuff.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted to do it this weekend, but I just don't have the time. I just did not have the time.
It's still here though.
And I need to set up everything. And if you remember last time, I forgot. I don't know how to. I need an amp. I don't have an amp.
And a shulker keeps on hitting me. That's interesting.
Another iron bar. Jesus Christ, these things are just diabolical.
The Mutant Enderman?
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, you can get an Ender Soul hand that lets you mimic their telekinesis if you kill them again while they're in their death throes.
Dude, they are ruthless.
But what I remember is that you said they were doing something weird after they died last time, and they disappeared without really dropping anything. And I remember I looked into it afterwards, and it said there was some kind of Ender Soul hand you could get.
What does that do?
Telekinesis. You can throw blocks if the concept interests you. I'm hollowing out the center of this pillar. I feel like I might be mistaken. That's bedrock that I can't break. Well, it might be deeper. Deeper in here. But you're kidding. You're absolutely kidding me. Where's that shulker?
These ogre's livers can't be... Oh, it gives you strength?
What does?
The ogre's livers.
I guess they do. I didn't even notice that. Think about it.
Yeah.
And why is that one up above me? Oh, it was hit by the shulker. Is that shulker invisible? I think there's an invisible shulker here. Ultimate dragon larva. With... Oh, it can go up to 4 stars at least? That's insane. Oh, whatever. Oh, come on. I just... Spell that over there. Please. How many... Did I really? What even? Okay. Let's grab some of this. Another Mutant Enderman? You're kidding. Well, okay. We can heal up. What? Okay. And I can't...
This health is useful,
I
man.
can't even eat. It won't let me eat. And of course there are 2 Mutant Endermen trying to get me at the same time.
Dude,
Okay,
I need
well,
this health.
What are those Ender Souls?
Oh,
Soul
it died.
particles.
Got one
It's
of them.
Well, let's see what's going on. Whatever.
I see another there's shulker somewhere.
Got a lot of Eyes of Ender and a lot of other crap that I don't really need in my inventory. Got a purple sun. Riptide book. Eyes of Ender. And a multi-shot book. Killing that Endermite capacity, dragon larva. Infinity, well, you don't really need that, dude. Chromatic aberration, I don't need that. Really don't need that.
I'm just trying to get back my full health.
Yeah, me too. It's just, there's an invisible shulker somewhere. And I
It's
just...
somewhere over here.
Oh, no, I found it.
Alright, good.
It's over this way.
Yeah, I see.
And did not get a shulker shell, though. That's a shame. Just need to...
Oh, no, you didn't
Gotcha.
defeat this. You didn't get this,
Oh, it's in there, not... Okay. So I was confusing it with a different
You have
pillar.
efficiency 5.
Okay. I got very turned around then. Okay.
The hell?
So I'll deal with that.
Oh, nice.
That's dead. Okay. Just... It's the middle of this pillar. Okay, so that...
I'm digging it right now.
Oh, are you digging down?
Yeah.
That's smarter. Okay, I'll deal with these guys then.
Yep, found it.
Smart. Gonna blow it up? You can tank that hit.
Yeah. I'd rather not.
Well, let me do it then.
I got it.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
Thank God for bows.
There you go. Okay, so let's get our remaining Dragon's Breath. Just gotta get the rest of these stacks.
I bet, dude, it's gonna take me a bit.
Okay, cool. I'll wait.
I only have 45. How many do you have?
28.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot.
Yeah, well, you just got to be quick on it.
I get like 5 at a time.
You just got to spam click with it. That's really
That's
all.
what I'm doing.
Okay, but I think it dissipates from the out in. So if you focus on hitting the middle, you'll get more.
You mean from? Oh, okay.
The middle of the cloud.
Like it'll last longer.
Yeah. Just go for. Interesting.
Another shulker.
Just waiting for it to do its breath. I think it might actually just no longer do its breath attack once the crystals are all gone.
That's a 0 to 100 thing. And
A what?
I doubt that's the case.
Well, because it's fighting a lot more aggressively and on the ground now.
It did this. It just goes through phases.
Okay, well, there you go. Got breath. You can get about 7 reliably. Oh, come on. Shulkers
Where is this shulker? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. You kill it, you kill it.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm hitting the wrong guy.
Yeah. It's the disadvantage of only being able to hit one thing at once. Okay. Let's just see. Okay, there we go. We got another bit. And... oh, I think there's a limit around 5 or 7, and if we... it's kind of like using a bottle to deflect Aghanim's projectiles in A Link to the Past. Or, no, the bug net, it was the bottle and Ocarina of Time with Ganondorf. That was... and we can't do it on that.
Late. Damn it.
I think you can only do it on the big lingering cloud. Maybe.
Alright, fuck this, dude.
I don't think that would work very well. Okay, and just go down and...
oh, those
what?
motherfuckers do some damage.
Just... oh, please. Ah. Got 49. Okay. Oh. Please. Honestly, I could put my shield in. Yeah. Put the shield on. And wow, they just... no, he can't even knock away my shield.
Dude, those mutant endermen are fucking vicious.
They are. Okay, I'm gonna keep my
I need to
shield
recharge
up.
some health now.
Just keeping it occupied. Pretty sure the Ender Dragon is female, actually. Not that it matters. Okay. Get stuck in this pattern. Oh, goodness. Is that a... yeah, it's a skilled dragon larva. Okay.
There's another shulker somewhere.
I just killed it.
Alright, good.
No, I think I killed the... I killed a dragon larva, that's what I killed. I see the other shulker, though. I'll just get it real quick. Okay, cool. Just give me an actual...
Thanks for the ogre livers, by the way.
For the what?
Ogre livers.
Yep. Happy to help. But I just... oh.
Damn.
And my animation lasted so long that I couldn't... okay.
Got the shulker.
Okay.
Oh, oops. Missed it.
Okay. Oh, goodness.
What do you want, you fucking ass? God damn it.
Probably to hurt you and kill you.
I keep missing my super.
What happened to your arms? Hajime Mash Senshi, we're fighting the Ender Dragon right now. Or more accurately, we're trying to get a bunch of Dragon's Breath. It's taking some time. You can only get a few per... oh, you worked out. That's cool. That's big. I remember... I knew a guy back in high school who, for most of the time I knew him... that's not good. That... I've actually heard, and you can take this as you will, that it's good to stretch after exercise, but generally bad to stretch before lifting, unless you're trying to get really trying for a personal best. Because if you stretch before lifting, it actually just increases the chances that you'll overextend something. You can use it afterwards to cool down, but from what I've read, it's actually bad to stretch before lifting. But I'm sure that other sources disagree. Okay. Oh, goodness.
Come here, asshole.
This,
What are they? Are they attacking each? Oh, they're attacking the shulker.
maybe we just let that happen. Maybe we let that
No, that's what we're
happen.
doing.
Okay. But I'm doing a lot of damage with the dragon. Totally by accident. It's just... Really?
That's crazy, actually.
I think we only need a stack or two in total, honestly, of Dragon's Breath. Aside from...
Got him.
Nice.
Wait, no, I didn't. But the shulker's dead.
Oh, and of course I'm in darkness now. Just let me...
God, I keep missing.
I guess I'll just keep on punching these mutant endermen. It's... Honestly, I feel like just killing the ender dragon at this point. We don't need that
No,
much...
no.
We don't need that
I
much
do.
breath.
I want it.
Okay. I just dissipates.
There's a lot of
so
dragon breath that comes
fast.
out when he dies, though. So.
Okay. Well, I guess we can keep trying. It's just... I'm trying to get the breath, but it keeps hitting me and staggering me and preventing me from actually getting it. Just... Go away, Mutant Enderman!
The mutant endermen are the big thing.
They're the worst part of this. Especially since... And I can't... And I'm totally staggered. Oh, I'm stuck in a... I was stuck in a little hole. That was really annoying. The big thing is, I don't need the warp stone in here right now. I can just put it in. Oh, what in the goddamn? What in the goddamn? I just... Were they picking things up to try to trap me, or what? I can't even tell what's going on at this point. Okay. Where am I? Where am I? I have no idea.
I don't. The darkness is so obnoxious.
Okay, I can't do anything. I don't know where I am. Am I stuck inside a block? What the... I think I'm stuck inside a block. Yeah, they trapped me and they teleported me inside some obsidian. What the hell?
How'd you die?
Because I got teleported inside one of the obsidian pillars. That's what happened.
Oh, that's wild. You do not have a pick in your inventory?
I was using a pick. It's just that was obsidian.
Do you not like have efficiency on it?
No, I never needed it. I haven't mined in literal months.
I always keep a pick on me.
I mean, I have a pick on me. It's just I didn't need efficiency.
With efficiency.
Okay, cool. Well, I haven't mined in this mod pack for 2 months.
Dude, how did they just teleport me downwards?
Because they aren't fighting fair. Okay. It's just, where's my
Dude,
corpse?
thank God we have unbreakable armor and...
Keep inventory.
Yeah. And also, like, 3 health bars and triple stamina.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I don't know where my corpse is. I don't imagine there was anything too important on it, but it's just, what the goddamn hell? Okay.
How did it heal?
It just has natural regeneration. That's it.
More so than the pillars give it?
Yep.
I don't think that's vanilla.
It's not vanilla. Pretty sure. But I don't know where I even... That's...
Yeah, 7 seems to be the limit.
Limit on what?
Dragon's Breath acquisition
Okay.
for bottles.
Okay. Just...
Come here again, do it again, come on.
Where's this shulker coming from? Hajime Mashenshi, we're in the end right now. We're hating our lives. How are you doing? It's not done yet! Look at the health bar at the top of the screen. It's still here. Okay. But well, we're trying to get Dragon's Breath. We aren't really trying to kill it yet. If we were just trying to kill it, it wouldn't take long. It's
No,
okay.
it really would.
You have other things to do with your life. Okay.
What
but-
happened? Who are you talking to?
Chat.
What'd he say?
You can check.
Well, I'm not on your stream right now.
Chalitis. Okay, Chalitis. They say hi to you.
Was good.
Okay, but where is my corpse? Honestly, it's a wash. I don't give a damn about what's on my corpse. It... Yeah, that... And did people steal your meds again or something? Or... Okay. Let me... I mean, how much Dragon Breath do you want? I could give you the Dragon Breath I have.
I just know that Dragon's Breath are used for the socketing stuff, and it's used for... I just would rather not refight the Ender Dragon.
I know, but I think one whole stack is enough.
No. Stack is... No.
A stack is definitely enough.
No, not for this. All the socketing stuff and all the potions that use Dragon's Breath.
Here's the thing. If you do a max affix enchant of an item, it gives it 2 sockets right away. You only need one of those. A full stack would be enough for everything we intend to use it for.
I disagree.
I promise. It's
Look,
just...
I don't need 3 stacks, but I would like it 2.
Okay. Class outside. Okay. I mean, in the end, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just... It's... Okay. I think...
Yeah, the Ender Dragon itself does, like, no damage.
Yeah. A lot less than the Mutant Endermen.
The Mutant Endermen are vicious, man.
Yeah. In the end,
If I wasn't careful, I'd die to them.
Oh, come on. And of course I'm levitating. Am I levitating? How am I... Oh, I'm just getting a lag spike, I think. I'm getting a lag spike. That's fair. Yep, and it was such a bad lag spike that when I logged out, it said there were
Ooh, hold on, it might be stuck.
Well, I was getting a lag spike. I think... And this is not something I say to a lot of people, but I'll say this to everyone's favorite Italian, which is you need a bit more selfishness. You need to be a bit more selfish. If you're hurting yourself for the sake of hiding your severe crippling pain because you don't want to look unpleasant,
Why can't I
you
access
should be
my
more
backpack?
you should be more selfish because there was a massive lag spike. Which is why when I log out, it still says that there were 2 players on the server.
It's also I can't use my... Alright.
I'm gonna try to relog again. It didn't let me.
Come on.
You have to
Yeah,
restart-
we just crashed.
Do you have to restart the server?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sure, that's legitimate, but if people are uncomfortable because you are obviously in crippling pain, okay, that's not your problem. Okay. But it's just, your problem first and foremost should be your chronic pain, not how other people feel about the fact that you have chronic pain. You should feel perfectly free to be at least a little more selfish here. Yeah. Now I saw that, but you said earlier that you were trying to hold it in so that other people wouldn't be afraid or uncomfortable. Well, what I'm saying is, you don't need to do that. Don't do that. Your chronic pain is your problem, not other people's problem. You don't need to restrain yourself
Alright, good now.
and hold it in, just so that other people aren't afraid. You have enough to deal with already. Be more selfish.
Alright.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're smiling. I'm not happy to hear you're in pain.
Good now.
But what I care about My opinion of your pain is not as important as the fact of the pain itself. So just... So oh, it played the sound effect, but I didn't actually pick up any of the breath. That sucks. Let's just keep on going over here. Oh, and okay, we got another cloud. Let's do this. Okay, we hit our limit for that.
Alright, yeah.
So we should both stay close to it, because it can only focus on one of us at once.
So in case it does another cloud, the
Yeah,
others...
whoever it's not focusing on can just grab a number of it then. That's the idea, at least.
Oh.
What?
You just hit me.
So it's focusing on you, so... Let me... I think it might do...
Oh, how I love the dodge roll.
It is quite nice, but the timing is actually a little tricky with this dragon. Because of the delay it does on its swing, which I actually like a lot. It's very Dark Souls. Reminds me a bit of the first boss of Dark Souls 3. Well, the first real boss past the tutorial. Who's a quadruped. This quadruped guy this guy on all fours carrying a mace. He does a lot of sweeps and swings like that. So just...
Yeah, his little jump attack hits way earlier than you'd think.
Yeah. If you have a shield out, you can use that.
I don't have a shield. And I don't really use shields.
Okay.
Just in general.
Well, for what it's worth changing that for the fact that we have access to literally unbreakable shields. Did I just get teleported? I think I just got teleported. Maybe. And another mutant enderman is on my tail.
Can you use a bow with a shield equipped?
I do not know, and I don't believe so. The big thing is that
that's why I never carry a shield.
I have my shield in my...
I thought that. That's why I never carry a shield.
I have my shield in my hotbar, that's the thing.
Yeah, well, I keep in my secondary... Oh, that's another thing. In my secondary slot, I'm keeping my paraglider. Because that way I can just I can just press F and I know I'm going to be safe.
How do I need to... God damn. God damn. Okay, we got the Ender Soul hand, actually. That's good. You didn't really miss anything. We were just still trying to get stuff and kill stuff.
Come on, how can I get out of this thing?
Out of what?
This freaking acid pool.
I would use a super jump.
I can't.
Wait, it's...
There we go, now we can.
Okay.
It's because of the knockback I got, but I just straight up couldn't.
Yeah, the stun is...
The dragon was no way.
He did. He appreciated all the essence. Don't worry. Okay. In that case, let's just keep on right-clicking on some of these. And these Ender Soul particles. Let's see, I think... Oh, God damn! Go to hell. Okay. Another Ender Soul hand. Cool. Not that I really needed it.
It might be another... Oh, there's another shulker. No, that's not a shulker.
And is this... Let's see. What if I punch that? It just detonated? Okay.
Good.
There's just... Hotbar is just so constantly full of so many different things. Guess... I need that inventory upgrade, I really do. But...
The stacking one?
Yeah.
It's so nice. It's so nice.
I'm pretty sure I lost a lot of the iron I picked up from the Stronghold when I got teleported in the middle of that pillar and just died. Which was really, really stupid. The fact that the Mutant Endermen can force teleport you is so ridiculous.
They're busted, man. Alright, get me the hell out of here, please.
Okay. Just... Okay, there you... Wait, where did... Oh, it aimed up in the sky, so don't really use your jump spell, because that gives a significant chance of the breath aiming in the air and becoming uncollectible. Okay, just... I'm gonna keep shielding, you can figure something out.
Do you have a full stack of,
What?
Dragon's Breath yet?
No, I'm close though. I get the impression that if I stay too close, it won't use its breath attack at all.
No, it'll use its jump.
Okay, well, Did it aim for anything good? Can you get that, or? It's
In a little bit.
Okay. Well, god damn, so much knockback. Okay, we got a little of this. Okay, I have 60 now.
I'm at a stack and a half.
Okay. Just there's no benefit to hitting it at this point. If we're not gonna just kill
Just
it.
taking out my rage.
Okay, as one does.
Yeah, see, I gotta roll earlier for that one.
Okay, but that's how much damage I deal with my combo. About an eighth of its
I found
entire
another
health bar.
shulker.
Nice.
Alright, the annoying thing about this is that it delays. If you can kill that shulker, it'd be awesome.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
Oh, another one.
Another one. Another shulker, or
Oh, wow, that was on its last legs. Damn.
the shulker?
Yeah, and I got another I got a bunch of shulker shells.
Oh, nice. So we can save that for potions and charms, ideally. Because I really do want to make a resistance charm. That would make my defenses even
Come on,
better.
man.
What?
Nothing.
It's
It's
just annoying. Yeah.
yeah.
Just whenever you get done, whenever you're satisfied with the amount of dragon breath you have.
I'll
be-
just get 2 stacks, I guess. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
God, not being able to use my scroll wheel when it sends me backwards is obnoxious.
Yeah, it's easily the worst kind of thing. Oh, get your breath.
7.
Did you get that? Okay.
I got 7.
Nice. Gonna keep on rolling around it. Okay. I think the best thing to do would be to roll to the side for that. Oh, nice. There you go.
Got it.
Cool. Seems to be more fond of getting you with the breath attack for whatever reason.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, come on. That's dead. I haven't gotten a single shulker shell. That's not having fortune on something for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what looting will do for you, I guess.
Yeah. Names. Come on. Oh. What are you gonna do? Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Okay, now
there
I
you
can,
go, get more.
now I can get more. Okay. So I have a full stack now.
Awesome.
Come on.
Alright,
come
I
on.
have 11 more to get a 2 stacks.
Okay.
2 stack. I think a 2 stacks should be enough.
Okay. I guess the question is just
I wanted 3. Well, 2 stacks should be enough, and then when it dies, I'll just collect even more.
Okay.
Because it has a shit ton of
Metric or
Dragon's
Imperial?
Breath on Death. Imperial.
Okay. How American?
What's bigger?
I'm not sure.
2,000 pounds or what's a metric ton?
I don't know. Just makes for a good
2,000
joke.
kilograms?
I could look it up, but I'm kind of in the middle of a boss fight
Pretty
right
sure
now.
kilograms are more than pounds.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, come on. Just go ahead. Give us more so we can get that stack. Whether a metric ton or an imperial ton is bigger, because we don't know. It's kind of important for the bit. I should have dodged to the side for that. Come on, and of course the shulker's just teleporting. Still haven't gotten a single shell. Okay. Dodge out of the way of that, and come on, oh, please. Metric ton or imperial ton? American tons versus European tons. Just, okay, there we go, I'll get some of that. Goodness. So I've got 64 and then 8. Full stack and then 8, and another dragon larva. How fun. Okay, let's dispel that, and we got a...
I
another
can
multi-shot
hardly
bot.
eat because it just attacks so fast.
Yeah. Stun locking is not pleasant. Just give me... Oh, and yep, it sent it up in the air again. It's so obnoxious. Just can't collect that. Okay, well, we are close.
I have 11 more bottles, which is 2 more clouds.
Okay. Okay, European is bigger. A metric ton is bigger than an imperial ton. So your suspicions were correct. Come on, come on. Where'd that shulker go? Where'd the shulker go? Oh, yeah.
Come here. Ah, you.
Don't imagine it got invisible, but I guess it could have.
Come on.
Feel the noise?
Give me your juice.
No comment.
Oh, it's on the ground again. Obnoxious.
Okay, well, I think it might be about to use another... Oh, I dodged that successfully. That was
Luckily,
nice.
it seems like all the frickin' the
Endermen are gone for now.
they don't respawn.
I think it might be an interval kind of thing, or maybe actually tied to time of day outside the end. I'm not sure whether that even keeps going. Okay, so... Give us more. Use the breath attack again, and... like I said, if you get high up in the air, it increases the chance of it just making things not work. Send the breath up in the air.
Legendary shoulder just spawned. Here we
There
go.
you go. Go ahead, get that.
Well, nope, it went all the way that way, so...
Okay. You know, maybe I'll go kill that shulker.
That'd be wonderful if you could do that.
Okay.
Here, come here, bitch.
I'll try my best. That was a bit harsh.
Not you. This...
Oh, I
here we go.
figured. I figured. Okay.
Oh.
What?
Alright, I'm literally 1 away from 2 stacks.
Okay. Oh my goodness, that knocked me seriously far away. I didn't know I could do that. Sure, tell me something funny. Spell and just punch it. Oh, they were stacked multiple on top of each other? That is very strange. Okay. You keep on... Okay. Is that even damaging, or... I think that's damaging, but... come on. Open up. And, of course it pushed me away when I'm so dumb.
Alright, we can kill it now.
Okay,
Okay,
cool. I'm trying to kill this shulker real quick. I forget to bring his salt. Do they charge for salt, or do they just not have table salt? Let's kill this shulker first. Deals crazy knockback, and I can't see its health bar. Okay, well...
I'm not trying to look at that Enderman.
Okay, what?
The Enderman.
Okay. Yeah. Advisable.
Oop.
Come on, just... get over it. Punch... Wait, did I... Okay, we actually... How does it deal that much knockback? The most annoying thing about this is honestly the fact that if you use the glider, it takes you out of... Oh. What? It isn't even a salt thing. European food has plenty of flavor and salt. It's just, it doesn't have a lot of additives. Yes, you are.
Well, generally, food in Europe is just, like, the ingredients are just better.
Yeah. So you don't need to over-flavor it as much, because it's better naturally. Okay, this shulker is just not dying.
Once you beat the shulker, you want help?
I would appreciate it. Yeah.
Because what I was planning on doing is just once you beat the shulker, have the
Have the what?
like the milk effect in your.
I do. That's what I've been using. It's just,
Oh.
it's way too durable. That's the issue.
Damn it! Come on.
Salt and... That's smart. That's smart. But I just... Okay, so it finally died. Well, one of them did. Oh, I got a shulker shell now. That's nice. Okay, so let's kill this guy. And then I'll... Yeah,
You killed the shulker?
that's consumer friendly. What?
You say you killed the shulker?
I killed one of them. This isn't the legendary one.
Oh.
So I'm not even sure if the legendary one is still around or not. Whatever. gonna eat this and really another mutant enderman. We gotta kill these things fast. Sorry.
Well, it does almost no damage when...
No, I mean just to make sure that the mutant endermen don't take too long and weigh us down, so to speak. It's just... These shulkers have no business.
No way, dude.
What?
I did not look at you. Pass.
Okay, let me keep on killing. What in the... Okay. Okay. Where is it? Is it even dead? It's definitely not dead. It went up in the air. You're kidding. Alright. So I can probably stay away from it now. This teleporting shulkers. Conceptually, horrible. In practice, horrible.
That's a vanilla thing. Shulkers can move. If you punch them in a certain direction.
Certain
Pretty
direction?
sure.
Well, if it's directional, then...
It is directional. Like, if you punch it, it's going to go in that direction.
You want to just take down the dragon now?
Yeah, after I get rid of this freaking mutant enderman.
I'm gonna punch him a bit, get him to half, get her to half, and then you can just do an execution on her.
Alright.
I'll keep her at half and let you do the final blow, because I love you so much.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah.
I keep God, these mutant endermen, their hitbox is so wanky.
The proper term is janky.
Wanky
Wanky means something different.
Well, I was gonna say whack and then janky, and then I mixed the two.
And instead you just sounded British. Okay.
Wanka.
Yeah.
You died.
Yeah, to quote the movie Trainspotting, which I need to watch. It's something like in 50 years there'll be no guys or girls anymore, just wankas. Okay, well, it's at half health now, so whenever you feel like just putting it to rest, charge up your special and just stab it. Yeah, it's actually kind of unfair. Okay, so let's get over here. Charge your special. I will keep it occupied. Just stab it, stab it. Do you have your stab ready? There you go.
Nice.
There you go. That's all. And you got that kill. I hope you're
Ender
happy.
Dragon treasure bag.
Nice. Wonder what's inside.
Yeah, I think they nerfed it for bosses.
Okay.
Wait, it didn't drop Dragon's Breath on death?
Oh, I got that too. Also,
228. Holy
wait, what's
shit.
up top there? Give me a second.
Did you not get any experience?
No, you got it all. Let me just...
Oh my god.
Wait, why can't I use... It wasn't letting me use super jump. There seems to be an item drop there. Let me check that out. Oh, just one heart container. That means
I'm gonna
so
need
much for us.
your experience tanks.
Okay. Just give me a second. And of course there's another shulker spawning in. Damn it.
Where is it? There it is.
I just dropped my experience tanks. I'm gonna collect those eggs real quick.
I'm gonna need them, man.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Bunch, where did they go?
I got all of that experience. I might not even be able to...
Give me a second. I'm gonna collect the eggs. Using a torch. Okay. There are actually two. One for both of us. Which is really nice. Next generation, and the other one's right there. So that... We got a lot done today. Is there anything you want to do after this, or call it a day?
Oh, we'll see.
Been a little sleepy, actually, so... Well, I got 2 dragon eggs. You want one?
Dude, I'm still at 194 experience after all those experience
wow.
tanks. I'm gonna go back and make so many more.
Come over here and pick up this... Come over here and pick up this dragon egg.
But this is amazing, because... Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go. I wonder what you can do with it.
I didn't get an achievement for it or anything.
Can't do anything.
Treasure bag, what do I got?
Nether quartz spawner.
End crystal, 7 ender pearls, Enderium shard locator.
Yeah, that thing is useless. Enderium is... It's an alternate upgrade to netherite, and it just isn't as good as the ignition we already have. It's a fun idea, though. And there's the gateway, so... Next time we come on, I suppose we could explore...
Yeah, the end.
Explore the
I like
end,
that.
because we need... We need 4 or so... 4 or so dragon heads in total in order to make an enchanting setup that will allow us to make...
Oh, they allow you to skip the credits now.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch the credits. You can craft some tanks for your experience if you feel like. See the player you mean. It's me.
Oh my god, I need to make so many.
Yeah.
And especially, even with the stack upgrade. Do I even have the max stack upgrade? Tier 3. No, I need netherite for it.
Mm-hmm.
The max, I'm pretty sure.
But what I was saying is, I believe we need 4 dragon heads in total. Because I looked into how to make the setup that lets you get the unbreakable potion charm. And that takes...
Blocks of netherite? Holy shit.
Well, you can get those relatively easy now if you like. The big thing...
No. That's so much time.
Well, here's the thing. We can use the scrying ritual to find ancient debris.
Well, still, 81 netherite ingots? That's 324 netherite. They're ancient debris.
Yeah.
Or ancient scales, I guess.
I like that math, actually. It's good calculation.
320. Which is actually what? It's only 4/5 of that because if we find goblin traders.
Yeah, yeah. But either way, it's still a lot. And frankly, the upgrade is not all that needed. The big thing is, we have a lot of experience now. I think once you hold on to that, we should get 4...
159. Actually, I think it's like 260 ancient debris.
If we got 4 dragon heads, we can make the precise setup we need to get the exact amount.
260 ancient debris, dude.
Bruh. Okay, essentially, we need a very specific amount of arcana in order to make the potion charms, the unbreakable potion charms. And you can't just max it out. You have to have between 85 and 95. So there's a specific setup you need, but you also
Or
need
what?
max
Oh
arcana.
yeah, we can make our max enchantment library now.
So it would require, to max out everything, you need 2 of the draconic end shelves, so 2 dragon heads. But to get the setup that allows you to make unbreakable potion charms, that takes, you need 4 of those, I believe, to make
Is
it
that
most
not just like
efficiently.
max unbreaking, or
What do you mean?
like I thought it was just unbreaking that did that?
Well, you could do that, but you can make one that literally makes it unbreakable. You can put it into an enchantment table, and do an infusion enchantment to make it literally unbreakable. And that takes a very specific amount of arcana, maxed out eterna, and a certain amount of quantity. The big thing is you need... Take a breath now. Take another. Feel air in your lungs. And let your limbs return. Yes, move your fingers. Okay, I don't care. But as I was saying, we need to make a very specific setup, so we want to raid some end cities. Among other things, to get elytra. Also, now that we have access to the end, we can use the end portal, the exit portal, as a roof for a wither fighting chamber, which is the best way to do it.
Yeah, because that is the one thing that it can't even teleport out of it, can it?
It would be at least much more unable to escape. So it's a good idea. That's what I'd say. I think the next thing we should do, actually, I think the big thing is that depending on how many tanks you can craft, we could get, depending on whether we can store that much or not, it might be good to focus on just raiding 4 end cities to get 4 heads. Pick up some elytra along the way, but I guess the question is, we've beaten the Ender Dragon. I believe we need to defeat every major boss in order to unlock the final boss, the true final boss of the mod pack. But aside from that, it's just a question of what are our objectives. Do we want to complete every single quest in the quest book? Because that's possible. There are mods we haven't engaged with at all. We haven't done anything with Hexerai. And now that we have the farm that gives us infinite diamonds and plenty of things...
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. We can go back and just chill. But I think the Guildmaster should probably have some new dialogue.
I bet I can make boxes of apples.
I bet you could.
Yep. Apple crates. I love... Whatever mod that is, Quark. Beautiful. Love it. I can make everything into boxes.
Yeah, Quark was made by Vasky.
I can do that with potatoes.
He made a
too.
number of mods. He made a magic mod that
Yep.
was sort of
Oh,
programming
potato crates
based.
for farmers delight.
But Vasky also made Botania. The same guy who made Quark also made Botania.
Oh yeah, I really liked Botania.
Yeah, I never really played around with it. Was it an Enigmatica?
Yes, it was.
Okay, that's I figure.
That was like the main thing I did in Enigmatica. Enigmatica. It's the first thing I did.
Yeah.
Was Botania.
Yeah, the big thing.
Botania's cool.
Yeah, the big thing is also people have said it's a tech mod that looks like a magic mod, which is kind of fair. But well, I think also
I wouldn't say
Botania.
so.
Botania led to Minecraft
yeah, because
magic
you have to
mods.
make farms. You have to make farms.
There's a heavy focus on automation. I think
Yeah,
there's
but
an
I
argument
don't
to
think
be
it's
made.
I think I designate a tech mod based on like parts and like connectors, like whether it's wires, like in that computers mod, or in Create, whether it's the gears.
Well, that's kind of a new thing, because Botania kind of made it so that Minecraft magic mods became more like tech mods with a magic aesthetic. Before that, it was sort of tech mods. If something was automated, based around automation, it would have a tech aesthetic pretty much universally. And magic mods tended to be sort of one-off kind of woo-woo gadgets. And Botania kind of made that different. And
So if Botania is the one that spearheaded that, then that's cool.
yeah,
But, like,
Botania changed that. Every Minecraft mod after Botania, at least in the Magic Sphere, became more like a tech mod because of Botania. There was a mod that was sort of a dwarven Magitech mod that I saw a few times, never played it myself, called Embers, which was very much in that same kind of spirit. Which I guess the big thing is, once we finish up, once we get to an acceptable level for us of completion, so to speak, in DawnCraft, I wonder what we move on to. I know I mentioned dungeons. I know Jack mentioned Dokapon. You said that too, and I agree to that, but there was also the
that
idea
would
of
be fun if we did like a whole Dokapon
a
playthrough.
long campaign.
Like the long story campaign. I would be very much down for
I would
that.
be down for that too.
I really like
but
that game.
Also things like Fantasy Life with Jack, depending on what the multiplayer in that game is like. Because I do want to play the new Fantasy Life one way or the
There's
other.
a new Fantasy Life?
Coming out in a few months, yeah, on Switch. It's kind of like Fantasy Life plus Animal Crossing New Horizons, actually. There's literally an island but that you build up. But it also has an adventure story mode. But also things like, I know I said to Thomas that I might like the idea of doing Halo with him. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I know he played through. What did he play through? I don't know. It depends on if he has the Halo collection on PC.
Yeah.
I think he does. I think he got 1 through Reach, like Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, and
Yeah.
Halo Reach.
We could do a playthrough, a 2-player playthrough of Halo, me and him. Guess the big thing is what I could do to get the other boys involved. So I've done stuff with you and Jack and others like Eddie. And what? Halo's on mobile? Halo's on mobile?
I mean, I bet it might be, but like that's gotta be awful.
It was probably emulated, actually. She does a lot of emulation.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Are you sure you aren't thinking of Pixel Gun 3D?
Pixel Gun 3D, the best game ever, dude.
I never played
Best
it.
mobile game ever.
But
You know who got me into that?
who?
Ocampo.
Oh, I feel bad for him. Wonder what happened to him.
I don't know either.
What is mean about bringing up Pixel Gun 3D?
Pixel Gun 3D is a great game. I loved that game.
When Larry said it was the best game ever, he meant it. He was not
No,
joking.
I wasn't making fun of it. I legitimately loved that game.
Yeah, I never played it, but I saw a video some months ago about its storyline, which was apparently just a total fever dream, which does not surprise me. And they never finished it. Apparently they're actually working on it again now, aiming to finish the storyline. Well, Pixel Gun 3D was just on the App Store. It wasn't something that would have been emulated.
No, yeah, Pixel
I mean,
Gun 3D was.
it might have looked like-
It had a mobile version.
Might have looked like fake Minecraft. I'm pretty sure, didn't it only have a mobile version? Wasn't it mobile? Oh, Fantasy Life? Oh, you're talking about
might have been.
Fantasy
I
Life.
just know-
Fantasy Life. Yeah,
I
Fantasy
just know
Life was
primarily it was on mobile.
Fantasy Life
That's
was
where I
on
played it.
3DS, and then it also had a Japan-only iOS and Android sequel, if I recall correctly, which I did not play because I didn't have the ability to play it. But Fantasy Life, it's kind of like Rune Factory, but not for Gooners. So,
Gooners.
well, the thing with
I unironically said Gooners.
me too, but you know they use that term for really devoted soccer/football fans in the United Kingdom, which leads to some social media accounts with really, really unfortunate titles.
That's funny.
Yeah, Fantasy Life Online, it shut down, but wasn't it only Japanese? Did he
Alright.
play it in Japanese? Just
Now to make an absurd amount of experience tanks.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make 11 more.
the big thing is now that we could probably get access to Crescendo of Bolts, we could make some pretty good crossbows. It's just there's nothing really left to fight. The big thing is those Endermen are really annoying and they can't be hit by projectiles at all.
44 iron, 44 string, 11
Online.
leather.
And wait, was it? Oh wow, Fantasy Life Online did have a worldwide release. I didn't know that. That. And service ended for Japanese players in 2021, but it says nothing about. Huh. Oh. Okay. In a new village. Simulation. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is. I can't be too mean for you. I can't be too mean to you. It would be inadvisable. But either way, it's all done. Yeah, I liked Fantasy Life on the 3DS a lot. I got really into it.
How much sand do you have?
None, I turned it all into glass.
How much glass do you have left over?
None, because I turned those all into bottles. I'm sorry.
Well, you're a help.
Okay, I was trying to help you by getting more Dragon's Breath. Don't go changing your story up
You know
on
what's
me.
funny? It's
What?
more economically efficient for me to craft diamond tools than iron tools. Because we have so many more diamonds than we do
We
iron.
have pretty much infinite diamonds. You don't have to worry
Pretty
about
much.
it. Yeah,
Dude,
so
if
many.
I
I
have
was
54 iron blocks is it pretty much infinite diamonds.
Yeah. It's so
Or
funny.
actually 61 almost.
We'd have pretty much infinite iron too if I'd not messed up capturing that mimic. Well, I am
Alright, I'm
proud
gonna go
of
to
my
the desert.
achievement in making a very good farm. You are not going to successfully shame me.
No, that was a great
I
farm.
was talking to chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just shaming you for making a good farm.
Yeah. But
Boo-hoo.
I definitely want to play Fantasy Life one way or the other. Understandable. I mean, I knew it was a Madonna reference, but I've
Yeah, I
never
was
heard
about
that
to Madonna.
used as a compliment. But I mean, the original
Oh, I
song
can
was
pick up
kind of tongue-in-cheek. But, which, to be fair, tells you about people's ability to understand irony in this day and age. But, as I was saying, I got to maximum rank with the DLC. As the DLC increased the rank cap for the player jobs, I did not end up getting the true max equipment. Jack did, at least for Mercenary. He got the best greatsword in the game, but
Yeah, of course.
I
You
did
know
not
Jack
do
and his
that.
big swords.
I mean, who doesn't? In Dark Souls, I'm the same way. Well, it's because, for better or worse, simply as a statement of fact, we occupy very, very different parts of the online ecosystem. Things have gotten very, very fragmented. Frankly, I would say that in terms of my engagement with the internet, I'm a bit more of a millennial than a zoomer. Well, I mean,
How so?
but everyone knows what that is. Well, because I started using the internet kind of seriously back in 2008.
Witches are. I mean, I would say the same.
Well, it was sort
It
of...
depends on what. Like, I wasn't on Reddit, but I was using the YouTube in 2008.
Well, that's what I mean, is that I was already poking around on forums and stuff back in 2008. So, back when I was in middle school, when I'm pretty sure it took people at least a few years after that. The big thing is that I was aware of Reddit before it kind of became mainstream, back when it still had a really bad reputation.
Yeah.
Which was frankly deserved.
It was.
Well, there was an era where it was...
reputation is pretty much not completely gone, but like...
Well, it's been kind of inverted.
I don't think it's nearly the same.
In the sense when people say the term Reddit, usually they're thinking of sort of liberal-leaning hipsters, when back in those days it was sort of...
alt-right,
kind of...
like...
Well, not really. Because this was before alt-right was even a thing. They were just kind of vaguely 4chan adjacent, often spoken of in the same breath. And there was kind of an interstitial era, which when I became aware of it, when it had lost that reputation, but it hadn't gained the sort of hipster reputation yet. That was when I became aware of it.
Hmm.
And I also...
I wasn't on Reddit as nearly as early as you, but
the big thing, honestly, is that I actually engaged with the sort of dying era of what a lot of people would call new atheism. Sort of the Richard Dawkins, early Sam Harris kind of thing. And
Sam Harris.
I mean, Sam Harris when he was just a secularist kind of guy, before he took his turn. But because... And a lot of it had to do with just Bush-era politics. But it's easy for people to forget how much politics in America in the 2000s were sort of religion versus irreligion, for lack of a better term. And things very much changed, for better or worse. And I say this solely from a diagnostic perspective. There's an interesting article on Slate Star Codex called The Godlessness That Failed, which basically says, okay, why was new atheism was really big in the 2000s and basically totally disappeared around the thousands to tens turn, and why is that? And the conclusion he went to, and he had receipts, was basically there was this thing called Atheism Plus, which happened during the end of the movement, which was basically an attempt to take it in the direction of what would eventually become known as, for better or worse, kind of social justice. And Atheism Plus, New Atheism split over that.
But what's the difference between New Atheism and
Atheism Plus?
This old atheism, yeah.
Well, New Atheism it was a lot more combative. It was sort of the origin of kind of the debate bro kind of type of guy.
Like religious contrarian?
Well, I guess, and the description is a bit unfair, but sort of being religiously apathetic, atheist versus actively anti-religion, sort of anti-theist. New Atheism was kind of on the latter grounds, in the sense it was just a lot more combative. For better or worse, and there were a lot of debates there were a lot of atheist versus creationist debates, and thank you, I'm glad you appreciate them, but it's very interesting that, like I said, there were people like, if you know Shuonhead, she got her start as one of the sort of atheists.
I remember you were a big Shuonhead fan.
I was never a big Shuonhead fan. That was Thomas.
Oh yeah, it was Thomas.
Yeah.
But that tracks.
Yeah, but essentially, and she, though things kind of changed, and then I think she kind of went back. I don't really pay attention to internet celebrities like that, but essentially, she kind of came about around the time when the atheist community was kind of splitting between atheist plus types and more kind of right-wing atheist types, and kind of on the latter side, or at least very
Right-wing.
not.
What
Very
are
much
the more
not.
right-wing atheists?
Well, just that, right-wing atheists. They can get kind of Nietzschean, which is one of the reasons I deeply dislike them. But,
What's Nietzschean again?
well, Nietzsche, it's a little reductive, but basically might makes right.
Oh, like
Mass-
natural selection?
Master morality versus slave morality, kinda, but with somewhat more of a moralistic lens in the sense of it's not just the strong defeat the weak, but the strong should defeat the weak, if you catch my drift. There's a more moralistic gloss put on that.
That's retarded. I'm sorry. That's
Well,
so dumb.
I don't like it either, but it's one of, you know, without religion, you have to go for somewhere. I think we talked about this before. If you're trying to find some sort of moral code, one of the most obvious choices is looking at nature and how nature behaves.
Yeah,
And
but that's also very reductive.
yeah, you know, nature red in tooth and claw. It is very reductive because the big thing is it's kind of a, you know, it's a fair criticism to say, you know, there's this old book. Why should we do what this old book says? But there's also a sort of, this is what nature does. What does this mean we need to do what nature does? Do you catch my drift? You know, you can just as easily make the argument that, you know, we're intelligent. We can choose to live our own way without paying too much attention to nature. There are multiple ways to think about this kind of thing. But, which is why it can be so hard to have debates over this kind of thing, because people have their own priors, and in the end it often ends up being a statement of taste, an aesthetic choice. Because, I think I mentioned David Bentley Hart, who's a philosopher, religious writer in America these days, modern, very smart guy. But one of the things he said... And
Very smart guy with the quotations, right? Like one word. Or do you mean just like legitimately? He is a very smart guy?
Legitimately.
Oh.
And one thing, he talked about Nietzsche in one of his books, and one thing he said is that ultimately Nietzsche based a lot of his conclusions on his own personal sense of aesthetics, saying, you know, this is beautiful, this creative destruction in nature is beautiful. Okay, what if I disagree? What if my aesthetic sense is different from yours? How can you disprove me if you're saying that the aesthetic is primary? You know, what gives... On any grounds in which you can reject me, I can reject you. There's no way for us to really negotiate. All I can really do is say, that's it. There's no more argument to be had. Which... It's interesting. Either way, I don't like Nietzsche. But effectively, the important thing is that what kind of marked the transition between the later, well, it kind of started in the later 2000s, and then the early half of the 2010s was switched from sort of religious versus anti-religious conflict to the sort of social justice versus its detractors, and after that you kind of got very briefly a sort of pseudo-socialists. That was when the whole Bernie movement was big, which died relatively quickly too. I mean, in the end, they're always competing interests. You've always got a little bit of everything stewing in the pot. It's just what bubbles to the top is what defines the time, most of the time.
Dude,
What?
I filled 13 with my stack upgrade. What stack upgrade do you have?
None. I should make one.
Oh, you don't have a single one?
Nope, I didn't have enough iron. How much iron does it take? Does it take blocks, or... Does it take blocks or ingots?
Yeah, it takes blocks of all of them.
Yeah.
Basically, just surround your pickup upgrade with blocks of every increasing type.
I don't have enough iron to do that.
I have 8 iron blocks if you want them.
I would take that, if you don't mind.
Dude, so basically, I can store, if you don't have a single stack upgrade, like you don't even have the... Oh, no, iron is the tier 1.
Yep.
I have gold blocks too for you if you need them.
I have gold blocks too, don't worry. And then getting
Alright,
diamond
so
blocks is
basically,
not
I
all
can
that
store
hard.
8 times as much experience as you. I filled up 13 full experience tanks with the stack upgrade. With the stack
wow.
upgrade. 13 full experience tanks. And this other one that I have equipped on me is 71 experience out of 76.
Oh my goodness.
Which means it's only about 7/8 full, just because of the way experience scales. But to get 260 experience, or how much I have, 226 or something like that, 226 experience. That means so much more because of the way it scales as it goes on.
Well, doesn't it kind of scale up a bit less once you pass 100, or am I confused?
I don't think so. Did I have another whole tank upgrade? I just found a tank upgrade in here. Or is this... Oh. Alright, well I guess I have another tank upgrade that's empty.
It's...
You gave me all your tank upgrades, right?
I did. Except for
Alright,
one,
I can give you
think.
this empty one.
Okay.
I have too much experience. Like, what the hell do I even need experience for now?
I don't know. This
is so much.
I don't imagine there's a way to speed up these credits. They've been going for some...
You can just press escape. And get
Oh,
out.
I know. I'm invested now. It's sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Keep gambling.
That's one of the biggest fallacies I always fall into.
Sunk cost for gamblers. Both.
Sunk cost.
Yeah,
I feel like
I've lost so many times. Surely
gamblers would be the opposite of sunk cost, right?
No, they can kind of work together in the sense that gambler's fallacy is the idea that
you're one thing away from making it big.
Yeah, because you think I've lost so many times, I must win soon, but
yeah,
past events
which is just
have no bearing on future
math.
events. At least they're supposed to. Maybe the fates intervene.
Alright, if you never ever need experience... Oh wait, I don't even know if you can fit all... I can't even give you these tank upgrades until you get...
Yep. Actually, I want to see, what if I tried putting them down? Would I even be able to equip them?
I don't think so. Because there's just too much.
Yeah, but the big thing
I don't even necessarily want to try it.
Because it might break
But
things.
here, I'll pick out 8 iron blocks, 8 gold blocks. I only have 4 iron blocks left, damn.
The big thing is... What was I saying? Essentially, that sunk cost fallacy and gambler's fallacy aren't identical. They can often go hand in hand.
Yeah, but it's... yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like gambler's fallacy is just like a more specific version of the sunk cost, I guess.
I think that's
although I don't think it's legitimately that because if to properly define it as sunk cost, in my opinion, gambler's fallacy would mean because I have invested so much, I'm bound to win. Or no, that's how it is. That's what gambler's fallacy is. I think the other way to read that is, well, I've gambled so much now, I may as well just keep gambling to see if I can win. Because that's sunk
cost fallacy. Yeah,
that's sunk cost. That's fundamentally
gambler's
different.
Fallacy is believing that you will win because
you will win,
already.
not I may as well. All right.
Yeah.
Also, there are 8 iron blocks, 8 gold blocks, and 8 blocks of diamond in your chest. Do you still need the actual stack upgrade too?
I'll take it. If you want to give it to me, I'll take it.
Oh, an upgrade base. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Thank you. What a nice guy. Yeah, you've got...
I'll just give you another one because I have the 8 iron blocks. We need an efficient way to get iron.
Well,
we could just make a vanilla iron farm with villagers.
I was capturing that. Wait. I was trying to capture that mimic. If we found another Goblin King's Key, I would just teleport it to our farm and put it in there. And that will give us iron. That gives iron. Not in crazy amounts, but...
as long as we have a way to get it.
Yeah. which should hopefully help out with future farming stuff. It's crazy to think that we actually did beat the Ender Dragon today.
No, it's cool. I forgot how fast we went. Like, because I remember there were like, it was like a month and a half before we really started beating the bosses.
Yeah. For a while, we mined around, we did a little bit of exploring, and nothing really
Well, yeah,
hit.
getting our, well, which is what I
We
like.
were getting our feet in. We were getting our feet.
I don't like. I'm glad we did it this way to like just get the story out of the way and to be actually able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there's a diamond stack upgrade in the former eye chest.
Appreciate it. Yeah, the former eye chest. That's crazy to say.
Yeah, the former eye chest. Now
Yeah,
we're
it's
past that
we're
point. Now
past.
there's
All there's
we're
left to do.
effectively. Would you say that there's like 3 acts to this mod
I guess
pack?
this is basically post game, honestly. Given that
Well-
you have
well,
to, you
I
have
mean,
to complete
post-vanilla.
pretty much everything to beat the final, to reach the true final boss, the bonus boss, basically.
So you're saying that the Ender Dragon is the final boss, but there's like a secret final boss that's only happens after an 100% completion.
Yeah, I don't think it fixed quests, but I'm pretty sure you have to beat every other enemy of note. Because there's a shrine that you basically have to open up that teleports you to the true end, where you fight it. And I mean,
Yeah, that sounds like secret boss.
yeah. Well, it's interesting
That's
because in the initial dialogue dump from the Korok, they mention the Ender Dragon and a corrupted god, and it's that corrupted god you fight. So it's mentioned. So it's not secret, but it takes a severely increased level of effort to get to compared to the Ender Dragon, I'd say, which puts it in secret boss
also,
territory,
if we
in
put
my opinion.
mending on our armor, like we have infinite durability now
Yeah.
for everything, as long as we put mending on it.
Yep.
Well, also, when you said you had a gift, I thought it was just gonna be like a mending book.
No.
I was like, oh, sick.
But instead, it was maximum health and stamina. It was really crazy to just obliterate the odor. You have no idea. That said, it honestly might have been even faster if I'd used a dagger for it. I'm not sure. Well,
How am I? Is this increasing at all?
whatever works. Yeah, I
Repair items with mending.
kind
I don't
of...
know if this is increasing.
It was many, many years ago. I never actually beat the Ender Dragon legitimately in any kind of Minecraft until now. Just never really stuck out to me as something I cared to do.
Really?
Yeah, it's just nothing I ever cared to do. But I went in and created just to see the credits once, and it will not surprise you, they were not nearly that long. This was about a decade ago. But it's
How do I make sure that
off screen.
I don't know why I'm not mending my pit. Oh, probably because I don't have it equipped.
Well, I think you have to
Yeah,
you have to
that's
turn on
why.
a switch too on the
Well,
experience.
yeah, that's
button
what I
to
did, but
repair.
I just didn't have it equipped.
The big thing to me is there's just so much bloat in Minecraft now.
What do you mean? Like in vanilla?
Well, in terms of just the apparatus surrounding it. Because now that Microsoft's in charge, everything has to be constantly focus tested to death, which is why the update pace is so slow. Because whenever the April Fool's stuff,
What do you mean focus tested? Like,
as in making sure it doesn't, it's just completely uncontroversial and it just could never be disliked by a single person, which just makes things bland. You know, a game for everybody is a game for nobody. But when the devs get to go wild on April Fool's updates, which is why they're so big, because it's the only real creative outlet they really have. It honestly wouldn't even surprise me if the hated and despised mob vote was at least in part Microsoft's doing. Because did you hear about how a couple days ago Microsoft did a lot of really, really destructive downsizing, shuttered tens of studios, including very successful ones? They're shutting down Arcane, the guys who made Dishonored. They're shutting down the guys who made Hi-Fi Rush. And most people were saying that it's probably just... they're doing it to prop Bethesda up in spite of, in part because of, the failure of Starfield. That Bethesda screws up and other people pay the price. Because they
I've heard Starfield is just like a... it's like an okay game. It's just a little, like, empty and...
Well, not only is it empty, but it was deliberately robbed of features to sell them back as DLC. Because Todd Howard was saying before release, and I never played it, so this is secondhand, but nothing I've heard has really been good. But effectively saying, oh, you know, it was a deliberate choice to make it so that there were no land vehicles. You have to fly around. That was part of our deliberate design. And then when information went for the DLC came out, one of the first things was, oh yeah, they're adding moon buggies. And it's just, come on.
They're adding what?
Adding moon buggies, other cars, transportation.
Yeah, that was the big thing, is that it was so empty and that the transportation was just awful.
It's just such a
Or
plainly
lack thereof,
scummy
really.
move.
Which is just boring, man. And the fact that I also heard that there were, like, pretty much two options for dialogue. It was either... it was either, like, lawful good paladin or snarky comment that decreased your... and there were obvious, like, it was either increase or decrease reputation.
The
which is, like...
nail into the coffin...
if you're gonna do a reputation system, in my opinion...
make it nuanced.
Make it either complex... yeah, like nuanced. Like, Fallout New Vegas did it really well.
I need to play New
16
Vegas.
different... that is one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
I did, like I do in most RPGs. Well, that's an RPG that I actually finished. Where I try and, like, do everything I possibly can.
I find it funny how similar tastes you and Andrew have. Both of you really like New Vegas and Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. He's got good music taste. I still never listened to that album that he recommended.
Death
but it's also 'cause
Consciousness?
I haven't been. Yeah, I also haven't been. Not the car seat headrest one, the other one.
Yeah, Death
That's
Consciousness.
Death
Have a nice life.
Yeah.
The one with Death of
But I have
Marauder
not been
cover.
high enough yet
Goodness.
to listen to.
But what was I gonna say? I was gonna.
Fallout New Vegas has a reputation system where it's a 4x4 grid, and it's based on how you develop good and bad karma. So it's not like a scale that goes back and forth.
It's
there are two
reputation.
bars that go up. Yeah, there are two bars that go up simultaneously.
It's not morality,
So
it's
you can have-
reputation.
Yeah, you have max good karma. You can also have max bad karma. Like, they're fundamentally the same. It's a really cool reputation system, and it affects a lot. So either making your reputation system complex and realistic is cool, or if you want to do it more simply, where it's like either you have a positive or a negative relationship with a faction, don't, like, screw yourself out of content by having a negative reputation, because that just makes it less fun.
Well, the big
what
thing...
I think Baldur's Gate 3 does really well, I just really liked it. There's effectively a negative reputation system, but if you want to go evil in Baldur's Gate 3, there are whole new quests, and it's a legitimate path.
Well, they
if
have
you
an
wanna
entire
bad
player
reputation.
character option for just being evil. They have Dark Urge.
Well, that's not even. It's
That's
not
not even all of it.
being evil. It's you start out evil, and you can go either way with that. You can just feed into the Dark Urge, or you can resist it, which is really hard, but that gives you a really good ending.
If I played BG3, I think I'd want to play Dark Urge, but try to be good. I think that would be very interesting.
It's really cool, but I wouldn't recommend.
I'd play Dark Urge, go for good, do it on max difficulty, because I enjoy suffering, and people like watching me suffer. But what I was saying is that, from what I heard, Dishonored, from a studio that just got shuttered by Microsoft, had a very interesting, and this I'm going to talk about this in comparison to Bioshock, which, to be fair, I also still need to play. And that only sometimes. Which is that Bioshock tried to have a reputation system or a morality system where being good was sort of the more difficult choice, that you had to earn your good ending. With the whole Little Sisters atom draining thing, where, you know, you could either kill these kids to get power, or you could save them for less power, but in the end you got more rewards from saving them. And it wasn't even close, and it wasn't even really hard to save them and take the temporary hit. So it just kind of undermined itself, but Dishonored, there are all these powers that are fatal as opposed to your other non-fatal tools. And the game's a lot easier if you're willing to just kill people who get in your way instead of using stealth and non-lethals. But if you use that too much, you get the evil ending. So if you want the good ending, you have to control yourself and deliberately choose the harder path time and time again. And you've always got this temptation going at you. And I think other games have tried to do that. There's a game called Vampire, which I think I got for free on Epic. I want to play it eventually, even though it's apparently not amazing. It has this pretty similar thing going on where you play as a vampire. And if you want, you can play the game never sucking anyone's blood, but it's absolutely hard. Just absolute torture. Or you can just drain people, get these crazy abilities, and just run roughshod through the game. But in exchange, you know, you get an ending befitting someone evil. And, you know, if that's what you want, you know, sure, but... Well, the thing with Undertale is that in the end, if you play evil in Undertale, things get much more difficult. You know, Sans is the hardest thing in the game. But, I mean, you encounter a lot of very hard boss fights, which are in part intended to get you off that path. But and it's a very different kind of message, but it's still a strong one. What I mean is just... I like games where being good is difficult. Because if the only...
Agreed. Because I like that as well.
If the only incentive to be evil is just seeing what would happen or being goofy, it's not a real temptation. It's... I mean, there are some people who just... They do it because they fantasize about being evil in their real life. Which, no comment. But to represent the temptation of evil, the active temptation of evil, is something that games
Well, when
can
evil's
do.
approached with complexity.
Yeah.
Right, where it's not just, oh, bad guy does bad things. It's more like, oh, guy, like, it depending on, like, the definition of evil. You, like you said, feeding into temptation or feeding into human nature, maybe.
Or even if it's... It can have, you know, just strong good and strong evil defined, but the point is, it's got to have that temptation, otherwise it doesn't make sense. It's just like, okay, you go up to a baby. It's just, option 1, don't kick the baby. Option 2, kick the baby. It's just... Why would you kick the baby absent... I mean, in a serious game, if it was something like Goat Simulator or GTA, that's something different, but it's just... Without
GTA, like, being good is being bad.
The entire point is just rampaging.
And vice versa.
But in a serious RPG that's supposed to be thoughtful, you need a morality system, a reputation system that fits it and matches it and isn't just stupid.
I agree. And I think that's, to circle back, I think that's what Starfield failed at.
It depends on the game.
Among other things. But it just became... I watched a really good video that pointed something out. That is just a verifiable fact. And it is a very disappointing trend with the way games release now. Companies want to release games because they early without like finishing the development.
And fix it later.
They want to release games early and take advantage of online updates to make the game good later. Cyberpunk is a beautiful example. Cyberpunk 2077 right now is an amazing game. Pretty much all the bugs are fixed.
Right.
It has a really good DLC. The combat system is awesome. The quests are great. There are different ways to play it and build your character. Like, it's so cool, and the aesthetic is awesome. The graphics are great.
But on launch, it was unplayable.
It is seriously one of my favorite games. There's a transmog system that's so useful.
I should play it eventually.
When it released, especially on older gen consoles, it was one of the buggiest games to come out. It was borderline unplayable. You'd run into quests that you just straight up couldn't play, or there were graphical issues, or you'd be re-logging all the time. That is, if you didn't crash.
I remember
it was just awful.
it was
And they
even
took
worse on
2
PS5.
years. I'm pretty sure PS4 was the worst.
Okay. I mean,
But
maybe you could.
or
have
at
it.
the very least, graphically, like graphical glitches, because it for some reason like they didn't adapt it well.
Yeah.
But it is such a great game now. But 2.0 should have been how it was on release. But it took them 3 years to make it a decent game, when in reality they could have just delayed it and then released a perfect game
The big thing with
on
Starfield
release.
that I heard that seemed like the nail in the
Oh,
coffin
hold
for
on.
it.
What I was talking about is that it's a really bad trend, and that one, No Man's Sky, is the same way. I actually bought No Man's Sky. I plan on playing it soon. No Man's Sky is apparently like one of the best like space sandbox games now. Now, but on release it was just garbage.
I remember following.
Like
I was following the release controversy, and one of the biggest things that people were just infuriated by is that 2 players managed to actually get to the same planet, and they couldn't even see each other. They could kind of see each other interact with the environment, but there wasn't even a player model that was displayed to other players. They didn't even have that finished, or didn't even think it would end up happening. But the big thing with Starfield that I read that was just awful was that it was so bad, so mediocre, so uninteresting. And uninteresting, I believe, is what they called it. That the modding community, that the big groups of modders, they all came out and put out a statement saying, we're not going to fix Starfield for Bethesda. We're not going to patch the bugs for them. We're not going to make the multiplayer work. As in, we're not going to add multiplayer. We're just going to leave it alone. Because those groups of people, they were, I forget exactly who, but they were modders who had done stuff for years on Skyrim specifically, just making it less buggy, make it perform better, adding multiplayer, lots of features. And they just said, we don't care about Starfield.
What I thought was unfortunate is that both after Todd, what was it?
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard. I almost said Todd Haverford, which is a Parks and Rec character.
This guy.
Tom Haverford. Todd Howard, when he left, at least in my opinion, both Bethesda suffered greatly from it, but also his own side project is what, Obsidian? His own project now? That's not that great either. I played Outer Worlds, and I'm sorry to say, like, the game was good, but to me, in the context of Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas,
it didn't live up to
it. It was so empty. The quests were very linear. They were hardly like they weren't even that sorry. The quests were linear. Pretty much every new sidetrack, like with a like if you're exploring, you were rewarded with exploring by more ammo. I had like 3,500 of each ammo type by the end of the game. It was just really weird. The reputation system literally only affected, aside from a couple of quests in the end game, the reputation system pretty much just primarily affected your prices, like how much things cost with a specific faction.
Well, that's a big thing, and you mentioned just how it doesn't feel like New Vegas. And that's
I was literally expecting New Vegas, but Atom Punk
in space.
It wasn't really. It wasn't that.
Well, here's the thing.
New Vegas was so much more complex, had great themes, and so many more various endings that were equally as good depending on how you looked at the value. Like the house ending.
Elden Ring's a lot like that, actually.
Well, that's my thing. Like the house ending, and the Caesar ending. Like most of the endings in Fallout New Vegas are are not objectively bad or good.
I'm sorry.
It's just
Don't make a case
personally,
for
like,
the Caesar ending.
I'm not. Well, I'm not making a case for
Yeah,
Caesar,
yeah, I know.
but
Some people.
specifically the house ending, the NCR ending, and the Independence ending, which is the one I went for.
They had their arguments.
They both, yeah, they all had their like moral, like their moral. They were all just as good endings. It's not like there was one verifiable bad one. House ends up making New Vegas actually not like a not a mecca at all, but at least the city of New Vegas really turns it around and keeps it a lot safer with this control over the robots.
Well, the important thing is that
the
all the
NCR
endings
is
have
pretty much
arguments for
just
themselves.
The NCR is pretty much just a reinstatement of American government, which, depending on how you look at it, organization is a really good thing to have in a wasteland, a post-apocalyptic wasteland, when everything is run by raiders and outlaws, and there's no like semblance of law or rules.
Well, that's a big criticism that I've heard about Fallout 4, is that Bethesda's own Fallout games, they seem to really wish they made the game some like 50 years after the bomb spell, because they don't want to make a post-apocalyptic RPG in as much as an apocalyptic RPG.
I'm currently playing Fallout 4, not super dedicatedly, but that's even a word. Like I'm currently playing it. I like, I'm enjoying it so far. I haven't gotten that far into it, but to me it's more like what classic Fallout is. There's a very clear defined goal. Also, I didn't know. Do you care about Fallout 4 spoilers?
I don't think I'll ever play the game.
I spent a lot of time not only designing my character, but designing my wife. Within literally the intro to the game is your wife being killed by Caesar.
Yeah.
Or effectively the Caesar of that game. Just effectively being killed. And then so I just spent all my my time in development with that, and I'm like, what the hell? And the whole premise of the game is that you want to find your son, because Caesar stole him and tried to raise him on his own. Which is going to be weird now, because the son's probably like 40, 50 years old. And has been groomed by Caesar to have a certain belief system. Which is going to be really cool.
The big thing is that that Bethesda Fallouts don't really have as much thought put into the settings, because I remember just hearing about there are just way too many raiders in Fallout 4 for it to make any kind of sense, especially compared to the other games. There are just too many raiders and not enough civilization, and that's mostly just hand-waved away. That it looks more like 50 or so years after the bombs fell instead of the 200 or so years that's actually the case. And that Bethesda really wanted to make...
I didn't think it was 200... Was it 200 years?
It might be. What I know is that they're all kind of in chronological order, more or less, with time skips in between. And that Fallout 4, just by nature, aside from 76, is supposed to be the one that's the longest away from the bombs falling, just by the nature of the beast. And that Bethesda wants to be making an apocalyptic RPG more than a post-apocalyptic RPG, because the Netflix series that's coming out right now, the NCR just totally collapsed. And a lot of people were just aggravated by it, because it's just...
I've heard the new Fallout series is really good.
It depends on what you're looking for. Like I said, if you really like New Vegas, which a lot of people who claim to be Fallout fans, are for better or worse, honestly probably for the better, just really, really like New Vegas and don't particularly care for Bethesda, because it's generally agreed upon to be the best one. And because it's so different.
Pretty universally agreed
but
to be the best one.
Like I was saying before, the reason Lightning didn't strike twice is, I believe, just the way the industry works is that they take on and get rid of people in rush seasons like a submarine takes on and jettisons water. That they don't have time to really build up a house culture, a house feel. So when they strike gold, it's kind of a fluke. That's why I like indie studios. It's why I like FromSoft. It's why I like, against all odds, Nintendo. Because usually people stick around. They develop and they build up. They can rise up the ranks, get positions, gain ideas on what a game should be, and their games can have a set, solid, consistent feel as a result. It's not the kind of American crunch model. And because that's the thing, is that Bethesda, well, Microsoft, a lot of people are saying they killed Arcane, they killed Tango, the people who made Hi-Fi Rush, even though those games were good, to feed Bethesda more money because Bethesda screwed up. And they're trying to crank out a Fallout 5 in record time, a game that's going to be garbage, that they'll fix, quote-unquote, fix after release with patches, to tie into the unexpected
wasn't that the case
success.
with 76, too?
Yeah. So, in other words, we have plenty of precedent for this kind of thing. But essentially, they're trying to pump out a new Fallout in record time that's probably going to be trash on release and not much better after patches, because the Netflix series was well received. And so, to release it with a Season 2 or something, or at least while it's fresh in people's mind, they're destroying everything good they have to fund a stupid product. Which... No, it's hilarious. We got into this conversation to occupy the times waiting for the credits to roll by, and it's been... I cannot believe that the credits aren't done yet. I feel like I have to let them go just so I can know how long they are on May 9th, 2024. But it's... I have no frame of reference. I have no idea how much longer it's going to take. Yeah, this conversation is interesting. It's just... We could have had this interesting conversation while something interesting was also happening on screen. It's just, you see? And right, this is why we started this conversation. Not just because the credits were going, but because the credits were so long because of Microsoft bloat after they bought Mojang. And then we kept complaining about Microsoft. Or I kept complaining about Microsoft. Okay, sorry, I'll try not to make you laugh.
No, that's true. Well, like, back to Minecraft.
Crying can be
updates.
healthy.
I haven't really... Depending on your definition of bloated,
Okay, yeah.
I would tend to agree because, well, first, specifically, the fact that they don't add all the ideas in the mob vote eventually, and the one that gets voted is just the one that happens
Gone
earlier,
forever.
is so lame to me. Because whoever the mob vote is quite literally controlled by a handful of Minecraft streamers who tell their audience to vote for something, and it's always the worst one.
You know, all I'm gonna say
Glow
is...
Squids over Iceologer pissed me off.
I
and it
hated
still
Dream
pisses
before
me
it was
off.
popular. I hated Dream before it was
Same.
popular.
And it was because of that.
Because of the Glow Squid.
Glow Squids, it's glow...
Who cares?
They don't have...
Don't do anything.
The glow ink sacs don't do anything. You can't even write... What I think would be cool is if that when you made like a book and quill out of a glowing ink sac, it had like cool glowy lettering. That would be cool.
You can do that on a sign, though.
Oh, you like right click it on the sign? Alright,
You can
cool.
make signs
a
go with
simple
that, but it's
decorative
still
thing.
not that much.
Iceologer has is a whole new mob with a bunch of different interactions and treasure. That's cool. But a glow squid, really?
The big thing for me is that
Or
Iceologer...
like this new one, it was like sniffers over the other one.
Iceologer would have been a step closer to vanilla Minecraft spellcasting. And I'm just interested to see how Mojang would handle spellcasting in vanilla. Because I remember
Oh yeah, the 2017 mob vote.
years ago, there was this animated trailer, not in Minecraft, featuring winning a village raid, and some of the items scattered around at the end included basically blue redstone, and people theorized that it would be a material used for spellcasting in the future, which did not turn out. Yeah, because if I recall correctly, what happened was they were going to put fireflies in as something that frogs could eat, And that was going to be the original origin of frog lights. Now you get frog lights from frogs eating slimes.
Yeah.
But originally it was going to be from eating fireflies, but they patched that
Yeah.
out because frogs in real life can't actually eat fireflies, which...
It was Mob Vote 2020. Moo blooms were weird, Iceologer was vastly superior, and then glow squids were just so dumb. And glow squids won for no reason.
Well, it's because Dream wanted to flex his popularity because he was a
Yeah,
egotistical little...
Which is so dumb. I wanted copper golems way more than allays.
The thing is that slimes aren't real, fireflies are. There's no real-world reference point to frogs eating slimes and dying, but apparently there is for fireflies, so that's why they did that. Which I actually kind of respect. It's the same
Oh wait, there's
reason...
been a new one.
It's
Oh
the
yeah, I
same
wanted
reason
a
that
tough
dolphins
golem
don't
over the
drop
sniffer.
anything useful. But...
Rascals were kind of cool, but they didn't really give much that was good. Sniffers were weird, but I wanted a tough golem, and nobody voted for it. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of
I
Minecraft
agree.
YouTubers all wanted the other one. And the new one is crabs, armadillos, and penguins.
You know what? The credits are
2023.
ending! The credits are
Yay!
ending! 20 years from now, you'll be
What
more
won?
disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds of your
Armadillos
sails,
won.
explore, dream, discover, unknown. Your favorite
Armadillos
Italian
drop
is
armadillo
saying...
scoots, which can be used to craft protective armor for tamed wolves.
Wolf
You
armor.
can give your dog armor. That's kind of cool.
It is, but...
Penguins, slow on land but fast in water, also speeding up any nearby boats. So just more dolphins. That sucks.
Yeah.
And then crabs increases the player's build. Actually, you know what? Look at that.
The reach,
Finally, the better
people
mob
really
won.
wanted
The
crabs.
best mob won. Armadillos won.
Well,
Crabs increases the
increases
player's building
reach.
distance by 1 block. Yay. Dumb.
well, it's at least something with real utility. Just for the player
Penguins are
period.
dumb because we already have dolphins.
Okay, well, I'm going to teleport back and use that stack upgrade you gave me.
Please do.
Yeah.
Also, feel free to split those tank upgrades between us.
Okay.
Because, like, take 7 of them.
Wait, where did you put the tank upgrades?
I put your tank upgrade in the former eye chest. I put my tank...
Oh, that's the stack
Or your
upgrade.
stack upgrade. My tank upgrades are in my middle chest,
Well,
I believe.
mine
or
goes up to
bottom chest.
73.1 levels now, and I think I'll be okay with that for the time being.
Yes. 73.1 is...
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to the guildmaster, and then I think...
I've already gotten off, and I'm actually need to get off soon because I'm
Okay,
packed
cool.
for a wedding I'm going to.
Oh,
so.
nice.
My
Who's...
cousin. So.
Interesting. Your own.
Alright, I will talk to you later, man.
Okay, actually, real quick.
Sure.
Just gonna say... Oh, it was something about the mob vote. Something about utility. That you look at the mace, and the fact that it's a weird one-off single reward you get from a dungeon. And people just talked about how... No more information, calling... Tended eyes, okay, nothing new. Yeah, just in the village. You haven't seen it yet? There it is, it's got... Emeralds for eyes on one side and diamonds for eyes on the other, but I'm no thief, and we also have more emeralds and diamonds than we can count. But the big thing is just, Mojang is way too afraid of making any changes to Minecraft's progression path, even side grades, which is why stuff like the mace is just a one-off reward from a dungeon, totally divorced from any other part of the game's progression. There's no connection. It's entirely separated, which is one way to do it, but it's... You could always make a side grade or something. It is cute. So I will just
Alright, I'm
talk
gonna
to
go
the
get off.
bed. Yeah, me too. I
Talk to you
guess
later.
that's on our wagon. See you later. So anything else come to mind? Anything else anyone wants to talk about? Because otherwise I will probably be hopping off myself as well. Those credits were long, but we did kill. We did kill. Well, you're the only Italian I know, so I regret to inform you that, by definition, you're both my favorite and least favorite Italian, so you can sit with that one for a while. Okay. But, as I was saying, I think that'll be all. Anything else to talk about? Okay, fair. Anything else to talk about? Otherwise, I'm gonna hop off. It's been a good one. Yeah, exactly, the dragon's dead. So, thank you. So, Sounddragon, next time I see you, it'll be time for Dark Souls 3. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll be seeing you around.